And the kids don't know how to act. That's hilarious. Why you gotta go and do that, love, huh? Do 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 do. Oh shit! I got my YouTube notification.
Live, man. We live.
You heard, man? Carrots contaminated with what?
This holiday season, think outside.
Hey. Stop that ad. One person died, contaminated carrots. 39 people infected, 15 people hospitalized. Why is all these E. coli and all this wild shit coming up? It's like niggas trying to eat healthy. You can't even eat healthy. They giving you E. coli with this shit. Like, come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. What's going on, bruh? Come on, bruh. What we gonna start today? We're gonna talk about Tyson. We're gonna talk about the water aliens. We're gonna talk about. What we gonna talk about, bro? Oh, we gotta talk about what you wanted to talk about last week too.
Yeah. I put it all in the description, man. I typed everything up already.
Say aye. That should been in my head since we drove up here. I don't know why.
Yeah, these are a few of the things today.
Okay. Yep. Didn't we talk about this?
What's that?
Should men pay more attention to be more emotionally present?
Nope.
With their partner?
Not yet.
We're gonna kill that shit. This mean for ladies, that's hilarious. What does it mean for her? What should they be doing to encourage this behavior and more? Let's get it. Aye. Taking your clothes off if you ain't in the building. Yeah, shorty, don't get your spaghetti. Top my thing like this.
I left my my liquor.
I don't know how he was even drinking, guys. Nigga was mixing. He was mixing them drinks at that fake ass fight.
Yeah, that was the best part of the fight.
Nah, the best part of the fight was Amanda Serrano and what's her name? Katie.
I didn't even see that. I was too busy being a counselor.
Katie Taylor. Yeah, he was counseling. He was counseling.
Counseling who?
He was counseling his homegirls.
They were there?
Nah, on the phone.
I don't mind it though. I appreciate when people look to me for advice about certain things. Cause I try to give sound advice.
Did you help?
I don't know. I hope so.
I respect that.
She gave me, this is some of what she had.
What?
A little bit. I don't even know. She got it. She
Okay,
gave me an extra edible too. I just took that.
You know, I ain't fucking with the edible.
That junk was blazing.
I bet it was blazing.
The other lady took like 3 of them and she was like, you gotta chill. You can't, because she gave her 3, but she was like, those are for later. I just gave you some extra. Like, but she put 2.
Yeah. Welcome to another episode of Get Lifted. 30 is a new 20. It's your boy, SmileyJizzle, my man,
CrisxmasOnDemand,
and our co-host.
I have fun.
We about to just get to the shits.
Let's get to it.
Thank you for tuning in. Hit the like button, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you know the next time we post.
So got a few things to discuss. I watched a video on the proclaimed man with the highest IQ alive, Christopher Langan. Um, very very informative interview. It was very crazy. First of all, before we even get into that, it's just crazy to somebody to be acknowledged as the smartest person in the world. And what would you think that the smartest person in the world look like? Like Elon Musk. That's probably what you would be thinking. You wouldn't be thinking like some farmer or some shit.
I think we're going off IQs. It's a little different because it's like you're being tested for like
It's your level of aptitude, your highest level of your thinking ability.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that means. So if you can think at a higher level than some of the most successful men in the world, then why are you not one of them? But that's a rabbit hole question. But let's save it because that's gonna be deep. And transhumanism. We're gonna talk about what that is.
Mm-hmm.
Should men pay more attention and be more emotionally present for their partner? What does that mean for the ladies? What should they be doing to encourage this behavior as women? What could women do to encourage this behavior for men to be more emotionally aware? Emotionally aware is like being more considerate of what they care about. And we're gonna use a few examples to kind of get into that. It's a little bit different because what I really wanted to talk about in regards to that is more married couples, their idea of it versus single people, because we talk about the dating culture, but once you finish the dating process and you actually decide this is your person, is there things that you're going to give them grace on, or are you going to just be like, fuck that shit, you knew what it was when you got here? What does that look like? And will women reserve, just give up their guard and allow that man to lead effectively? And yeah, definitely we're gonna talk about that Jake Paul Tyson fight. We can actually talk about that first because that's the lightest topic.
It was rigged. It was rigged to the point where first of all, just watching it, you could see he was pulling punches. What's this? Is this?
That's from yesterday.
This is a wrap? Oh, good. Here you go.
That looked like paper.
Nah, that looked like tobacco paper. It looked like a blunt wrap.
It's them cone thing.
Yeah, I'm good on that shit. But yeah, just from watching the event, we could see that there was pulling punches. Jake was trying to take his head off. I think somewhere in the contract it probably was like, Jake could probably be a little bit more aggressive than Tyson. That's just my speculations before. But you just sent me some shit now that leads me to believe that shit was fake. Because if you think about it, the boxing commission, like, they would test you, they would do all type of things, and I don't think none of that was a factor. I don't think they tested them, so they could have both been on steroids for all we know. You see what I'm saying? Or some type of
if they was
medical.
That's a damn shame.
That's what I'm saying, and
that's illegal too.
That's what I'm saying. So
I'm saying if they wasn't put on that type of performance. That's
what I'm saying. Like this wasn't a typical exhibition boxing match. This was like a show, and even that being said, I just feel
they
like
said it was scripted.
Yeah,
they said it was scripted.
Actually, Tyson came out and actually said that. Yeah.
Even that being said, Tyson looked like he was really gonna drop. Like he the exhaustion, his legs.
He almost unalived himself like a few months ago. Yeah. So I mean, that was like a big scare for everybody. Yeah,
it wasn't a stroke. It was
some type
ulcers.
of shit.
Yeah, ulcers.
He was bleeding internally.
Yeah.
But yeah, that he had a few months ago, he shouldn't even had gotten the ring.
Mm-hmm.
But he's a warrior. You know what I mean? So he gonna do what he gonna do.
Could you imagine like 58 went through all that, and then if this was legit, he would have knocked his ass out? Because he had four times where he could have knocked him out, but he pulled his punch. And you can see it.
He definitely pulled his punch.
Yeah, he pulled his punch. Like there was three clear ones. Like,
and you know what's crazy? I had already told people
but he be boxing people that don't box and wins. The only boxer he fought, now
so
is
he's
two.
Not a professional boxer.
No, exactly. He's not sanctioned. He's not no.
All right.
Why would you be fighting?
So for people that don't know about Jake Paul, let's kill the misconception. All right, so Jake Paul has fought 10 fights, I think, or 11, right? Mm-hmm. He's 11 not. Now, yeah.
They said all of them.
Hold on. Let me just say this, because I'm not gonna speak on that. I'm gonna speak on what I know. So listen, Jake Paul.
When he lost.
Right, Jake Paul has fought 10 or 11 competitors. Mm-hmm. Only 2 of them were actual legitimate boxers. One was Mike Tyson, who's a retired boxer who's been retired for 20 years, I don't know. And then one was somebody that was fighting, I think Tyson Fury's younger brother.
Tommy Fury.
Right? His younger brother, who is a professional boxer, and he went the distance. It was decided by decision. He didn't knock him out. So
but they said
he lost that one.
The same thing that happened with this one is that
he lost decision.
Exactly.
He lost by
they went the distance.
He lost by decision. The thing about it.
Oh, that was rigged.
Okay.
Oh shit.
That's whatever. I'm not entertaining that, but
I believe that shit though.
Okay, that's another discussion. But what I'm saying is to kill the misconception of this guy not being equipped to do this stuff, because he's already done it. He's been following the rules. He's been trained by some of the best trainers. He's putting in the work. And
who we talk about? Jake Paul.
Jake Paul. Mm-hmm. He's formidable at this point. If he were to fight a boxer that was like currently in boxing and a professional heavyweight, I don't see him really going the distance. I see him losing, but I see it being entertaining, because you probably thinking he gonna get in there, he gonna get knocked out in the first round. Nah, you sleeping on this kid.
Yeah, I wasn't sleeping on him like
he's
that.
Very.
I wouldn't sleep on him like
well,
that.
no, not you. You don't know. So I'm talking about the misconception. I'm saying killing the misconception. So you don't know. So it's not about people that don't know.
That's why I'm asking. Is he a professional boxer?
We're saying that.
You know,
explaining that, he's not formidable, but he's not. Or
he is formidable, but he's not professional.
Right. No, he's not professional. But then is Mike has boxed professionally, but neither is he. Mm-hmm. Feel me? He has boxed professionally, but he's not a professional boxer either. But it's saying that that's his discipline. He's had this experience for a certain period of for a certain period of time. He has done it. Mm-hmm. So then it's like there's excuses. There's like, well, he's washed up. Well, he's 58. I seen Mike Tyson and
I don't think that matters if you're a professional.
Well, no. I think it does matter, but I'm telling you why. I'm telling you why I think it is. It matters because he's not doing that. So your discipline, what you know, your experience, like you never forget how to ride a bike or whatever. You know what I mean? You have that muscle memory, but can your body still react the way that it used to did? Is your response time the same? It's not. Everything's delayed. Everything's changed. You're older. So it's not going to be effective. You have to find another way to do what you do. Like some boxers that had the punching power when they were young and they lost it when they got older, they start to move around and pick their punches better.
Are you insinuating?
But they're also going against other professional boxers. Not
but they established
that's
that.
what I'm saying to a.
It's not to you. I answered what you were saying, but I'm saying to the people that don't know.
Are you insinuating?
No, because you're saying about age.
Are you insinuating that?
I mean, there's several. There's several factors with that, but we're just talking about.
Are you insinuating that time was the real issue? was Father Time is just because you're not a professional
There's several
boxer.
elements, but I'm just saying, I'm just highlighting certain things that you and I know. But I'm just saying, like, things about Jake Paul.
What
like,
do you think is more of
you know,
a factor, time or the money being, hey, this is scripted? What do you think was more of a factor?
Well, it's a case by case. So in this case, we're looking at this situation and saying what happened. Well, we already said all the things that happened, right?
We said
what happened with Mike Tyson a few months ago, and all of this stuff, like, and how long he hasn't been doing this, and also some of the other things he's been doing. I mean, he's been smoking marijuana and all these different things. So boxers have to prepare themselves for months, almost a year, before they're able to get in the ring, and they're prepared for their upcoming fight, depending on their opponent. If their opponent is a title level opponent, then you have to come with a certain type of readiness.
So that's more
you can't
of a
come
time
unprepared.
factor.
It could have been the same thing with like the Spencer, the Errol Spence. And
but Errol
what's his name situation?
Errol was active.
But he's an active boxer.
Yeah.
But he hadn't been active. Plus, he's been in a trial. You know what I mean? People don't think about those factors because they're just looking at one thing. But when you're one of those person that, like, you see a fucking a web chart in your head.
Yeah.
I don't just see that. I see this. You know what I mean? So when you look at it that way, then it's different, and you also have to have more of an understanding of the sport. When you have that actual understanding of the sport, that you see, okay, this is how it can happen. He's been off his game for quite some time. I mean, most fighters, when they come back after they retire, they don't do like George Foreman did. You know what I mean? That's not normal. That happens once in a blue fucking moon. And then even that, George Foreman wasn't 58. So it's,
he was going against other professional people.
George Foreman won.
Yeah, but still, those
how old was 44 or something? He was 40 something. Yeah.
So like, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah,
he was still strong as fuck. I mean, he wasn't like he wasn't really like that.
You never did that.
That's what I'm saying. Is after you fought 10 people with those rules, that no longer applies, because it's like it's over a year that you become an expert at something, right? So like if you've done something for 1 year, then you essentially you're not the best, but you become an expert or a subject matter expert. Now you further that along and you add another year. Does that make you more of a subject matter expert? Absolutely it does. And then you get another year. That makes you more of a subject matter expert. And then another year. So the experience.
To get you to that level.
Not necessarily. It's the essentials of what it is. It's the fundamentals of it.
Other people.
It's the fundamentals. That's what I'm talking about.
More on his level.
It's he was on his level. Because he's 58, he hasn't been doing it. He let himself go for a little bit. You know what I mean? He was on his level.
I think personally, the money was a bigger factor than Father Time, just because of the pulling of the punches. Like, just like
I
you
felt
were saying,
that punches were pulled.
Boxing IQ just said, like, he could have won. Yeah, like if he was gonna win,
he did this on purpose.
If he was, I agree.
And they said all the fights they have that he won, those were rigged. That's what they've been saying. And if he's saying this now, I don't know why he would.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know about that conspiracy. But it's possible. It's possible.
I'm not gonna say that.
But I know this. But I know this motherfucker.
Sure Nate Robinson, the basketball player, did not want to be slept like that in national TV. I don't think he. And like you said, the information came out.
Money. They're all getting paid.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Always,
but I would have did the same thing. I would have did the same thing.
Scale of speculation.
I would have did the same thing Tyson did. I would have put it out there like, yo, this is in the clothes to get knocked out.
Make the world go round. Quote it.
Be quiet about it.
Christopher Langan.
I mean, you're right.
You know what I mean?
I don't know. Like
Christopher Langan.
I feel like those people, the people that you're talking about, really don't care about their integrity, because you can't care about your integrity.
They probably don't, but that doesn't mean that
then that's,
they didn't do it.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're absolutely right. I was just talking to the people that And even in Mike's case, I feel like Mike, if he did do this shit for the bread, then I gotta look at Mike. I gotta look at Mike a little different. You see what I'm saying? Because you don't think certain people that you admire. Yeah, you don't think certain people. Um, I just feel like when you're on. We back.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, what I was saying was, I just feel like when you're on a certain platform, you gotta have certain values that you gotta really stand up for. And I feel like Mike Tyson, him having kids, his kids seeing him, like he was crying on the bench. I don't know if you saw the actual fight, but he was on in his corner like crying. It wasn't like mad long, but you could tell, you could see he was hurt. So I think Father Time did play a big part in it, but I do think that it was really about the bread. I think it was really about the bread, especially for it to be a no knockout clause. Like, yeah, it was really about the bread, and I just feel like sometimes when you do certain things, you sell out your values, you sell out your morals, and your morals should be, hey, let me do things that I would want my kids to do. If you know what I'm saying, like let me do things that I don't mind my kids doing. And I feel like this wasn't one of that. Like he wouldn't want his kids to do things just off of money or just off of the show. I guess I don't know. It kind of unless they're like that. But like I said, those type of people are people that don't have any.
You said
morality.
he wouldn't want his kids to just do something for money?
Yeah, just that certain things for money. Like
like what? What did he do wrong?
Selling out your integrity is something wrong. Like if you know you could beat this person, and now it's just like you said, you believe that Father Time may have caught up to him where he shouldn't even been fighting, and he lost to him fair and square. That could be in not even just you, or that could just be in people's minds. Like people could think, hey, Tyson versus Jake Paul would lose because of the Father Time being an issue, but that may not be the case. That's the integrity part. It's like if you know that you could do something and you choose not to do it because of the money, that is your integrity. Your integrity is for the money.
If you don't go kill someone,
that's different. That's different. That's different. We're not talking about that.
Exactly, that's different. So in this case, it's not that big of a deal. You just lost a fight, and you said that what you did. So who cares? It's just a fight.
So you don't care. You don't listen.
Because you're applying it to the rest of your life.
She don't care.
You're saying,
she don't care.
We're talking about this.
She don't care, and Smiley may not care.
Overall picture.
E might not care, and Smiley may not care. But some people that may be watching may care and feel like, yo, you shouldn't have to throw away especially if you have money.
Throw away what?
Throw away.
He don't.
What did he throw away?
He threw away.
Then retired. What business?
Listen. He threw away the legacy of Mike Tyson.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. Because you, like you said, you believe that he lost that fight fair and square.
He didn't throw away nothing.
You believe that and if that's not the truth, he deceived you, bro. That's him throwing away his integrity. That is him throwing away.
The only person that can answer that question is Mike Tyson.
I'm not saying it's a question to be answered. I'm saying what we know from the information that's out already.
He's not throwing away his legacy.
From what we know and from the information that we got already, the shit was rigged. So once you say fuck the people, I'm about to just get the money, you are throwing away your legacy to a person that values integrity. If you don't value integrity, it's cool. Exactly, and that's the point. That's the point. You didn't tell us before. No, E, you didn't tell us before. You told us after. That's not accountability. That's you trying to make excuses for why you let people down because people bet on you.
So you can't take accountability after something's happened.
I didn't say that.
So that's accountability.
I said no. That's not. Here's the difference between. Okay, let me tell you why it's not.
Thank you for tuning in. Hit the like
Yes,
button.
let me tell you why it's not accountability. Accountability is when you know you did something wrong and you say, look, I did this and this is wrong. Where did he say this shit was wrong? He didn't say nothing was fucking wrong. So that's not accountability, Smiley. That's him making an excuse on why the fuck he lost. That's all it is.
So the big question, the $1 million question, is it wrong?
The morality, E. Your values, E. You wanting your kids to do some shit like that and be cool with it, E.
But you said we're talking about this one thing.
We're talking about morality. That's not moving the goalpost. That's answering your question. You asked me a question and I said morality. And I gave you examples of morality. That's not moving the goalpost. That's answering your question fully. Like, yo, what do you mean?
Can I speak?
Go ahead.
You said when I mentioned, because what it sounds like to me is that you're using this one situation and you're applying it to his character as a person and applying it as a blanket across his entire life, and then you're adding stuff like, oh, he's telling his kids that they should do that. How is he telling his kids that they should do that? And just because he threw a fight and he told us about it, because he could have just kept it to himself and not said anything, that doesn't mean that is that right or wrong? It's just like, oh, it was a fake fight. We know it's fake anyway. It's not like they have beef. Boxing is fake. I mean, they're really hitting each other, but it's not a real fight to the point where I'm really trying to kill you. It's for entertainment purposes only. We already know that. So what is the issue with someone faking it? Just like wrestling. With all due respect, E, you'll never get it because you don't operate out of integrity. And if you do, let me know all the time. Let me know. If you do, let me know. Give me an examples of the integrity. I'm asking you a specific question. You're saying I don't operate.
Give me an example of exactly, because there's no examples that you can come off of the top of your head.
That's what you think
of an example. I'm not saying that's what I think, E.
You is saying that.
E, I'm saying if you can't say anything to answer it.
That's what you think about me. You could think that. I don't have to explain.
Like I said, if anybody that knows about integrity, anybody that operates out of integrity are going to move a certain way. Anybody that doesn't care about integrity are going to see certain movements or certain actions of people and not give a fuck. Why? Because you're not operating. You don't care about that type of shit. I care about that type of shit. The shit that concerns me is when I see certain people do things and it's just for the bread. That to me is the same. It's the equivalent of people that's doing things out of a different agenda, right? And hiding about it. You could do things out of.
You're doing for the bread. If it's not just because it hurts your feelings.
It's not feelings.
It is feelings.
It's integrity and feelings is two different things. Integrity and feelings is two different things. Integrity is an action.
If he told you
integrity is actions and feelings is just personal. I can't. I can have personal feelings. I can have personal feelings about it, but I should be able to recognize what somebody who has integrity does and somebody who doesn't have integrity does. And this is what I'm trying to explain to you. What you're saying is it doesn't matter. I'm saying it does matter, and I'm telling you why it matters.
I'm not saying in his whole life.
I'm not saying in his whole life either. I'm saying in this fight. No, you're saying that. I'm not saying that. I am saying in this situation, he has a lack of integrity. He chose the bread over the integrity. That's what I've been saying the whole time. Have I been saying anything different than that? I'm saying because he did what he did in this fight, not what he did yesterday, not in his whole life. I didn't say nothing about his whole life. I said because he took the bread, because he was pulling punches, because people think that he would lose, he chose the bread instead of his integrity. And that I can't separate that any clearer than that. Like, yo, you chose the bread, dog, and I'm not mad at you. But at the end of the day, do you want your kids choosing the bread? over
First
your
of all,
integrity?
the fact that people
Do
box
you
and
want
pummel each other,
the people that you love?
Why are you getting paid to beat
Do
somebody
you
up in
want
the
the
first
people
place?
that you love?
Really want to go? Like,
Do you want the
listen
people
to what
that
we're even talking about?
Integrity? We're talking about
We're
integrity.
talking about boxing.
We're
They
talking
get
about
paid to beat each other
integrity.
up.
It's not about the boxing.
People have died in the boxing.
It's not about the
ring.
boxing.
So is integrity really
it's not
about, at all? They're still getting paid to fuck each other up. It makes no sense.
Yes. You know why? Because integrity's over boxing. Integrity's more important than boxing.
But I don't have integrity, like you said. So let's move on. Or Dwayne, do you have something to say?
I do. I was just listening because I don't want to be interrupted when I respond. I'm listening to both sides, and I see what you're saying. I don't think one example of somebody doing something, to me personally, I'm just gonna say me personally, so I don't get attacked.
Right,
I don't think that.
I ain't say you didn't.
I
asked you about it. I asked you about it, and you didn't say you did.
One mic.
So I didn't.
No,
I can't.
I don't want to talk about that.
No,
I just want to
can't.
because you were listening.
I asked you a question about it, and you said you refused to answer. That's not me telling you you don't have integrity. I said people that don't operate out of integrity. I said no. I said that first. I said people that don't operate out of integrity. This.
One mic.
No, how are we losing people? We're at 7 right now.
13. Hold on, be quiet for a second.
All right,
please. Now, what I'm saying is, all right, we back at. What up, y'all? We need to understand that everybody. When we gotta be respectful, everybody. Come on, everybody talk, say what you want to say, but we're not attacking individuals. We're attacking their viewpoint.
You can't.
Hold on, bro. It's my turn. You can go. Give me a minute and 30 seconds.
Go ahead, bro.
Then you go. Don't interrupt me, please, because I'm not gonna do that to you. All I'm saying is that we're attacking the topic. We're having a discussion. So let's please speak in generalities. I know you don't like to do it, but for the sake of the people to have a good quality show, let's be general. So what we're talking about is integrity of a certain type of act. You know what I mean? Let's just say they did something. And we're talking about this fight, right? Why I don't agree that it tarnished his legacy, because it's kind of like somebody is doing something, you really admire this person, but then you understand. Sometimes people do things because they need it. If it's a certain situation in his life, I wouldn't tell my kids. Now, I'm not going to tell my daughter to go be a stripper. I'm not going to tell my son to go be a drug dealer. But I'm going to say, listen, if you got to work at McDonald's, I don't want them to even work at McDonald's, right? But if you got to do that to make your money, then do it. At least you're doing something to do it. But if it makes you feel like a bad person doing something, then it's probably not a good thing to do. Now, if he didn't feel like a bad person, he felt like, shit, I got a lifestyle to maintain, I got kids I got to take care of. This is what I got to do. His PR team is telling me to swing it this way because we're going to get more viewers, then I'm going to go with them. Just from the video that I watched yesterday about the smartest man in the world, it just showed me like how people operate, because you're thinking about somebody going after the money, and whenever somebody goes after the money, they have to do things that they don't like. We talked about this earlier. You know what I mean? No billionaire is going to become a billionaire without, like, you know, making somebody probably fucking up somewhere in life or making friends with unsavory individuals. So that's the side of the coin that you have to flip. And then you're like, okay, well, I sold this for this. Was it worth it? Does the reward outweigh the risk? You know what I mean? You look at it like that. Well, I risk how people think of me versus me and my family being straight. Well, are people thinking of me? Are they gonna be throwing eggs at my house? Am I gonna get death threats? Maybe, if it's something like that, if it's that serious. I look at this type of thing. This dude's 58. If you went to see the fight, you fooled yourself. What did you think was gonna happen? And this dude has already been fighting people and beating people. He's determined. He wants this. You know what I mean? So probably gonna go in his favor one way or another. They're gonna figure out some way to make it happen, and money talks. And when people are vulnerable and they really need it, they might do it for something that compromises something else.
Can I talk now?
I don't know. It was my time. But go ahead. I'm done. I'm
I counted.
I'm done. Go ahead.
I agree with what you're saying, bro. And I'm not trying to offend E, but all I'm saying is certain people operate differently and because of different things.
You didn't say certain people. You said I don't.
I don't care about what I said before. I said, let me clarify it now. I said, let me clarify it now. I didn't mean to offend you. But what I'm saying now
You said what you meant.
is certain people operate out of certain reasons. And to me, it didn't seem like you cared about the credibility of somebody that's being or having integrity. To me, it just seemed like that wasn't the biggest thing for you, and that's what I was trying to say.
That doesn't mean
because it wasn't no, it meant that because you didn't care about it, you weren't acknowledging what I was trying to say. And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, if you're not acknowledging what I'm trying to say, that's cool. But somebody out there is acknowledging the fact that, hey, certain times you do things for the integrity or you do things because it's just personally better for you or financially better for you. And certain people don't care what the fuck the act is. But what I'm saying is it's still an act of choosing the money over integrity. If you knew,
care what the act is.
If you knew it was fake,
it's just a boxing.
If you knew it was fake, you cared more about the monetary gains. And that's all I'm saying. That is an act of choosing the money over your integrity. There's no way else around it. That's all I'm saying. And the people that didn't care, the people that are saying what you're saying don't care about the integrity. They care that, hey, it's just a boxing match and they could just get their money and people get hurt all the time and it's not real and you can make it up however you want to make it and that's cool.
It is, because how are you
for me, as a fan of boxing, there's a difference between boxing with integrity or boxing without integrity. I respect the boxers with integrity. So I'm going to care about that type of style in boxing. What you're saying is you don't care about that.
Let me say
so
what I'm saying.
it's cool.
Don't tell me what I'm saying. Okay. So what I'm saying is it's a boxing match. First of all, and don't interrupt me. First of all, when you're boxing, integrity goes out the window. Your job is to beat someone, pummel them, to try to knock them out. That's the objective, and they're getting paid to do that. So whether it's a real fight or if they threw it or not, integrity shouldn't even be in that conversation. Where's the integrity when you're beating each other up and you're already getting paid to do it? Both of you are getting paid, win or lose. Like, so how can you even put integrity into that conversation?
Can I answer your question?
And you're not, and the only reason why you're doing it is for money. You don't have no beef with this person.
Can I
they
answer
didn't
your
do
question?
anything to you. They didn't fuck your girl. You're getting paid.
Can I answer?
That's the objective of boxing, to get paid to fight each other.
So what you're saying is because there's no integrity in boxing, right? Why doesn't everybody cheat? If there's no integrity, wouldn't everybody cheat to get ahead? Answer that question, smarty pants. Why doesn't everybody cheat? Why doesn't everybody cheat? Why doesn't everybody cheat if integrity doesn't matter in boxing, E?
Because boxing is a sport. It's not real.
That doesn't answer the question. Why doesn't everybody cheat? You know why? You know why? Because they have integrity, E.
It's a sport.
Because they have integrity. Because you have integrity for the sport that you do. Even if it's a sport, you have integrity. Integrity means, hey, I'm going to do what's right when nobody's looking. So at the end of the day, for you to say integrity, for you to say,
saying they don't have
see, it's crazy how she said, don't talk when I'm talking, but every single time I'm trying to get a thought out, you keep talking. All I'm saying is, for you to say integrity shouldn't be in boxing when you're just beating each other up lets me know that you don't care about integrity, and that's cool. But I'm saying...
No, it doesn't. You're conflating that to the rest of my life.
All right, so I can't get a thought out. So
Because you said you already think I don't have integrity anyway, because that's what you said. So
we're not gonna linger on how you feel. We're gonna linger on the facts.
I'm gonna say
that's how you feel
say.
about
it's
what.
Not what
I'm not saying you can't say it. I'm saying that's how you feel, so you're gonna keep on bringing it up. I'm saying that's how you're gonna feel, so you're gonna keep on bringing it up. I didn't bring it up. I didn't bring it up. You're bringing it up because you're in your feels about it. Don't be in your feels about it. But matter of fact, you want to be in your feels about it. Be in your feels about it. I didn't say it. I said it. This is what I meant. This is what I meant. Because I can't even get a thought out without you saying something before I can even complete it. So I can't. So it's frustrating. Maybe I did say it that way because I was so upset. But that's what I meant. I meant that certain people don't care about integrity. Just like you said, you don't care. To you, it's no integrity in boxing. To me, there is. And I care about the people that are on that integrity side versus the people that aren't. That's all I'm saying. Like,
I get both of your points. She has a pretty decent argument, but to her question, I think not a better answer, but an answer from my point of view, unbiased to that what he did, because I don't think what he did was wrong either. But and I'll tell you why. But I think we dragging it because it was just a sorry fight, and I'm just speculating that it just was a sorry fight. It didn't live up to what it was supposed to be. But I think my expectation was higher than what it should have probably been. I was expecting something crazy. But what I would say is that the reason that pugilists, that's what the original name of boxing is, the reason that they beat each other up and there's still sportsmanship to it is because they made it something that was competitive with certain guidelines. So if they don't follow those guidelines, then what's the point of them being in it? Now, if they threw it, then that means that they weren't capable of handling the fight. They shouldn't really do that. But I'm talking about something probably a little bit deeper than that, where it's like it was a money grab situation. So it's like in a money grab situation, you're just like, all right, well, he's trying to get the bag. Somebody gonna spend money on it. Somebody wanted to see it. You know what I mean? It went on Netflix. It was a big thing because of the names, not as much as what they were gonna do. And plus, they had undercards as title fights. So there was actual boxers that were there with them. These two, this bout actually is going to go on records. So this is going to be like the start of Jake's professional career, and this is going to be a blemish on Tyson's professional career. But he's not really a professional anymore.
He don't care.
So yeah, he doesn't really care at this point, and he made that quite clear about the legacy shit.
Any boxer, I said this about Deontay Wilder. Any boxer that does DMT is not coming back to boxing the same. Once you do that once you have those spiritual awakenings and shit, you're not coming back thinking about anything egotistical, anything that's and on all that's for the ego and shit. Like, you know what I mean? He's not coming back with that mentality. I think it's deeper than the weed. Like, it's the DMT specifically. Once you have that ego, that's basically melting your ego, basically. You know what I mean? I think that played a bigger part than Father Time did. It was just the fact that he was at the point in his life he really didn't want to hurt people. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's probably why he was able.
His mind wasn't the same. I don't think he was war ready.
Yeah, that's probably why he wasn't. You know what I mean? That's probably why he even did this in the first place.
He sold us with that like slap though.
Exactly,
he slapped him.
He did.
I was like, oh yeah,
he did. Bless you. He did.
The old Mike came back. I felt I kind of felt that, and I
slapped him harder than he did.
I was so excited. I was more excited about this fight than the Canelo Alvarez fight.
We all were, and it was a free fight. So like, you see what I'm saying? Most of us got Netflix or know somebody that got Netflix. So you know what I mean? Wasn't nothing to really lose. But
well, you know what?
Crazy,
shout out to them for bringing our childhoods back. You know, for some of us, you know what I mean? Like, shout out to them for doing that. Even if it was like, you know, you got to see a little, a drop of blood. You know what I mean? Whatever. You saw something.
Tyson's.
You saw something.
Tyson's. Like, I saw that nigga cry on the bench. Like, he let off a cry. And I know it wasn't because he was beat up that bad. He was crying because he was tired as fuck. And he was like, yo, I can't even really swim. I can't even perform. Like, this shit is hard as fuck.
He got feet problems and everything. Yeah,
feet problems. He had medical problems. He probably, that shit probably just hit him. He was like, yo, all my friends and my kids are going to see me looking like a little bitch. You know how he talk, like? You know how Mike talked.
At that point, he said
he probably was like, "Yo,
he made a comment,
what did I do?"
He made a comment that really hit me. He was like, "Yo, I got to feed my kids." That's why shit, nigga.
Bro,
like, that's why I said I'm not knocking this shit.
He's getting money, bro. It's
just the fact he said that. So I mean, I'm going off of what he said, and if he said he got to feed his kids,
he did say that. He did say that, but he also said he would never fight again. Like his last fight, he made a quote. He was like, "Yeah,
it's in him." I think if he's in a wheelchair and a motherfucker wants to do a boxing match and with his wheelchair he'll probably be like,
not if
come
he
on, man.
Bro.
Well, we gotta have wheelchair rules. Man. You gotta be in a wheelchair too, or you know what I mean, like some shit like that, or you gotta sit in a computer chair.
I don't think he's gonna fight again, bro.
He said maybe.
I don't think he's gonna fight again ever, bro. Cause I feel like after this, and I could be wrong, but I'm just saying after this, I just feel like. For what he had to do for the training and then kind of like getting beat up by this YouTuber and shit. Like I feel like Customato, his trainer, wouldn't be proud of that nigga.
Do you think? Let me ask you this: Do you think we should respect Jake Paul now as like start calling him?
No, because he's just a good promoter,
the amateur or exhibition boxer. No, or are we gonna continue to call him YouTuber?
He's a YouTuber, bro. To me, he's always gonna be a YouTuber until he beats active boxers. If you don't beat active boxers,
Fury brother's an active boxer,
and he didn't beat him. He lost. Yeah. So what are we talking about? He didn't beat no active.
Oh yeah, you said
beat.
My bad.
Yeah,
I was thinking
gotta beat.
I was thinking
beat. He gotta beat active boxers for me to consider him an active boxer. Like right now, the young niggas, I got more respect for the young niggas that's doing the Golden Gloves and shit like that than Jake Paul, because Jake Paul is already rich, and I'm not gonna vote for the motherfucker that's already on top. White boy that's, you know what I'm saying, like, don't give a fuck about me for real. But, you know, shout out to Jake Paul. I'm not no hater either. You know what I mean? He's getting his bread, and I'm not mad that he offered that to Mike Tyson, because I watched it. Right. You see what I'm saying? I was entertained by it too. Like, the whole event was crazy. But still, like...
And I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan, so shout out to Dallas.
Yeah, shout out to Dallas. But that shit still, in terms of that being fake and them knowing it was fake, I just feel like that was kind of some...
Let's change the temperature to something. It's a little bit
weird shit.
It's a little bit crazy. This is the title of our shit. Transhumanism. So some people are probably like clicked on this shit like, what the fuck this dude talking about?
That is a lot of bit crazy.
Right? Transhumanism is, for lack of better terms, being able to take your consciousness and put it into
AI,
something else, right?
Not something else.
No.
Robot,
but listen. Transhumanism.
Fucking tech.
Transhumanism is taking human characteristics and putting it into something else.
Robots.
But stay here. Stay with me. Stay with me where I'm going. Because I'm explaining it.
All right, good, nigga.
That was on Black Mirror.
See? Black Mirror be spitting, yo.
Transhumanism,
that in American
taking
history,
your consciousness,
American Horror Story,
and putting it into something else.
You said what? Yeah. Okay.
Now,
living being.
Thank you. Well, not necessarily living.
Because that's
not necessarily living.
That sound like
put it in something.
It's the same as transgender, but it's with objects or other.
Right. So you're taking human.
Like I'm a trans table.
And you put it into the cat. You understand what I'm saying? Does that make it make more sense to you?
Why though? I don't understand the point of it.
To buy yourself more time, maybe biologically.
Oh, so you're about to die, and you're about to
maybe you're about to die, and then okay, like Chucky.
Okay.
That's transhumanism.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It makes sense. But
all right.
That sounds like possession to me. That sounds like something.
But I'm trying to make it base so that you can understand what I'm.
But
what
if that's
so you don't say that means putting it into a robot. Not necessarily.
Okay. So what I'm saying is, by your definition, that sounds like a possession. That sounds like some spiritual shit.
No, you're
that sound like no. I'm just saying. What it sounds like. I'm saying somebody out there.
It sound like that to you. It should sound like.
How you gonna tell me what it should sound like? You don't know what it should sound like.
I'm not telling you that nothing. Believe what you want, but I'm telling you what it is. So whatever you want to believe is fine.
Let's look it up.
Okay, listen. For the people that are watching, transhumanism is when you take your consciousness and you put it into something else. So in this case, there are very wealthy people that have considered to do this, what was at one point maybe a science fiction idea of taking your consciousness and putting it into something else.
Where did you get your definition of it?
Hold on. I'll tell you all of that. Just let me cook for a second.
All right.
They have been able to get the tools.
This sound like robot stuff, right?
Get the tools and everything to be able to preserve their life in a manner of speaking, and to continue their life, kind of cheating death. So that's basically what it is. So like Elon Musk is one of the people that are involved in probably doing this, because you can take your thoughts, everything that you think about, and put it into a link, upload that link into a computer, and then now this computer brain is like, think of it like Zordon, right? Mm-hmm. From the damn Power Rangers. Mm-hmm. Like that would be an example of transhumanism. Like Zordon probably died somewhere or whatever, but his consciousness is stored in a computer system. Mm-hmm. So now you can still talk to him, but it's not artificial intelligence. It's you, but into a system. So it's like, how did I get here? Where the hell am I? Type of shit.
It is artificial intelligence because it's not real. It's not a human, so it's artificial.
But what?
Even if it's your consciousness, okay, you're in an artificial being.
Transhumanist support, right?
But what I'm saying is
transhumanism,
a philosophical and scientific movement that aims to improve the human condition by using technology, not like
right. That's what they're
magic.
They're not putting people into animals.
I understand, but
they're not putting them into dead corpses or anything like that. Right? They're using computers to do it.
They're using science.
Right.
Yeah,
it is science.
It is exactly. But what
transhumanism is science.
But that's why I asked what you were saying.
People were in the hospital. They were sick. They were like possibly dying or something, and they had like a monitor, and they took their consciousness and they put it. I mean, they were unconscious or they had to go to sleep, but I think they were like in a convalescent home or something, these people. And they took their consciousness, like they would put them to sleep, but then they had a choice you had to pay for this, obviously, and it was expensive. But like you could choose to stay there forever, like your spirit always gonna be there after you die, or you could choose to them to unplug you after you die. But you could go there when you want, and there's a bunch of different people. They were meeting other people and dating, and it's like a whole
like some Avatar type shit, or
it's a real world. Like they're in a
like metaverse,
but the age, the age and body would be different.
We are here, but it's in their mind.
It's a consciousness.
Yeah.
Right.
They could
there
choose.
Were other people there too.
They could choose what they want to look like, though.
Dude was talking about
because they were old, but they were young avatars.
Yeah,
and it was in the
some
50s
of the people were old, but they were young because it was in
Black
their
Mirror
mind.
Be spot on.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
That's what I used to say about fucking X-Files, but niggas ain't want to watch that shit. They thought it was like some scary movie type of shit, but
that's scary though. I don't know if I would want to. I would want to go all natural, bro, because it do sound fire, but it's like
thinking about being able to live longer and being able to see your grandkids.
What if somebody shut down? What if somebody shut down the program and now you're stuck in
it? There's always
you're just gone. You're in
something that can go wrong. It's called the fucking Murphy's Law, bro. Whatever can go wrong will, right? You know what I mean? But you have to kind of be optimistic about shit if you're gonna take that risk, because that's something that you gotta think about. Okay, well, I get to live for 20 years, but what if after 20 years somebody unplugs me by accident or something? That might happen,
Like
and
the
one of your
Frozen.
kids gotta replug you in, or they gotta know the safety protocols if this happens.
It's
There
like
has to be something to
cryogenic
do.
shit. It's the same shit.
If this happens, somebody
Like,
has
this
to be
lab
able-
might
they're
not be
there
here
with
in
you.
30.
They
What's the
have
contingency plan? There has to
They
be a
have to be there with you.
But
so
they
it's
have to
not gonna
keep
see-
teaching people every year so that they know the contingency plans
No,
if
but I'm
something
saying
happens.
their family don't be there with it because their conscience is not there. It's only the other people who are in the same predicament.
Oh, okay.
So they only can see their family and stuff because some of them was not
people in
dead.
the
They
program.
could wake up.
It's
Yeah.
like
If they were still
the
alive, they could
the
turn it
waiting
off
room.
and they could see their real
The
life.
wee rating
But if
room
they-
where all the little wee people be all in the community and shit.
Yeah, kind of.
It's like
kind
that.
of. But they all look like
all these little
real
They could
people,
go to
though.
the club and go.
Yeah.
It was like a
Yeah,
regular-
like in Wii.
Yeah.
No, but it
They
was
go to
real.
the club.
It
It was
wasn't
real.
like that. though.
Yeah.
They were playing tennis
They
and
didn't.
shit.
They wasn't speaking a different language and shit. That
Oh,
whatever
like
that
the
Wii
Sims?
language. Yeah, the
No,
Sims
it was
language.
English. It was
Symbols,
normal life,
real
but it was
shit.
just in their like all of their minds were in this place.
Then one of the young people fall in love with one of the older peoples. They found out they was old. That shit was crazy.
And then they went to visit them in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
But they were,
Wow.
but they were dying. They
Yeah.
were still,
Yeah, but they were about to be in there forever though.
yeah. They was gonna
So-
choose to stay there with them.
Then they die natural at the end. Spoilers.
I don't
I
remember.
forgot.
So yesterday, I watched a video.
What video?
I watched a video about this dude named Christopher Langan,
Okay.
who has an IQ somewhere between 195 and 210. He took the IQ test twice just to prove that he's smarter than everybody
Shit. Yeah.
in a row, and he got the highest score recorded to date.
White guy, black guy.
White.
Okay.
I believe spiritual. He believes in God.
I respect that.
And he's a theologist, a physicist, a mathematician, psychologist, you name it, every ist.
Yeah.
He's covered all of these books, cover to cover. He knows a lot about this, a lot about that. You can't really say anybody knows anything. There's always something that people don't know. He doesn't know everything.
You said Langley?
Langan.
Langan.
He doesn't know everything about
He's a rancher
everything.
too?
Yeah, he's a normal guy. But he knows a great deal about shit. So I watched this interview like fucking what time? 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning. 2-hour interview. I watched the whole shit for 2 hours. 3 o'clock, my mind is blown. I'm like, what the fuck did I just watch? You get like sometimes you watch certain things, you get like an eerie feeling. Like watching that, it gave me like
Your
an eerie.
hairs,
It gave me like an eerie feeling.
the hair
like,
on your back there.
This dude is so smart that it freaks you out because I have very smart friends. I have friends that are, one of my friends was summa cum laude at at UConn of the alum and all that shit. I got friends that
Look at Tesla's IQ.
Nicola, yeah, not even
was crazy.
right.
What?
Yeah.
That's wild, bro. And he wasn't rich neither, bro.
It's
It's
really
you gotta
like
be a
really
type.
like what it is.
You gotta
Like
be a type.
so there's different types of genius. Like
Yeah.
I think I've said this before. There's the idiosyncratic genius, right? The idiosyncratic genius is a person that's like cut off from friends, family, love, you know what I mean? Only to go after their idea. That's the objective that they're going at. And
Look at James
The whole-
Woods' IQ.
yo, you can't just keep showing me a
My
whole bunch
bad.
of
That's
IQs and we on live, bro.
wow.
I know these niggas,
Wow.
IQs
I didn't know
is
that was
crazy.
an actor though. That's James Woods, nigga.
Listen to what I'm saying. Some of these motherfuckers that are argued to be smart, and some of those could be false. You know what I mean? You just looking up IQs and they just popping up, but it could be some bullshit. That is the internet. But I don't know. with this guy, I've extensively looked at his shit and checked other resources and shit like that. But I was watching an actual interview with this guy, so you can listen to the motherfucker and tell that the motherfucker is really not a kook. Like he knows what the fuck he knows. He knows some shit. You can fact check and you can listen to some of the shit that he's saying. Everything that he's saying is pretty much, okay, these are real theorems. You know what I mean? This is real shit. So he knows, at least he knows these terms. I don't know if he rehearsed it before he came up there, but he knows certain shit, and to a certain level of understanding, somebody saying certain things, you like, yo, fuck this motherfucker talking about, you know what I mean? But in any case, you have to look at anything that you see online. I always challenge everybody that looks at stuff online. You have to look at it with a certain level of scrutiny. You can't just accept anything at face value that you see online. I implore you to compare. Once I'm almost done. Compare resources with everything that you look up, and don't just go off the first thing that you come up, even if it comes off of CNN. Kind of go and look and see if there's anything else relatable to this, because it could just be, okay, this popped up. This is hot news right now, but it may not be substantiated. So always try to challenge yourself to do that. And go ahead. What were you saying, my bad?
I'm curious, what stood out to you the most besides, just the IQ? What did he say that kind of lets you know, hey, this guy knows his shit?
So in the beginning of the discussion, the first thing that comes to mind is like, okay, why are you, how are you such a smart guy? What kind of jobs are you doing? Why are you not, whatever? And then you got to think about it. Like, intelligence is not just reading and shit. When somebody says somebody's intelligent, that means they apply certain things to their life.
Exactly.
Like certain things. Like they don't make common sense errors that people miss. When we say common sense is not so common. Like actual intelligent people, not just like nerds that go to Yale or some shit like that don't know how to cross the street and shit. Like these people that are actually smart, they actually use their intelligence to deduce the probability of failure in certain
the rest of their brain.
Right. I mean, nobody's recordedly, nobody's able to use more than 5% or whatever. But these people have such cognitive dissonance, I guess that's what it's called, that they're able to challenge certain things in an objective view that other people might not do it because they're blinded by certain things.
Did you see him do what you're explaining?
Yes, absolutely.
And what did he do specifically?
I think it's
oh,
gonna be.
Shit, I didn't know that.
Well,
or that was an example of all these of his intelligence. Like, what was the specific thing that you saw that made you believe that, hey, he isn't just spitting these numbers?
I was so captivated that I watched the whole video. It wasn't about telling people how stars stay in the sky, because if you went to school in science class, you should already know that, right? It's a ball of gas and all that, and it phased out, whatever, it's just stuck there. Whatever you believe, right? He didn't do that. He was just talking about different things, different elements that humans, all people, concern themselves with, and they believe whatever is out there for us to believe, versus having an objective perspective of it altogether.
You talking about aliens?
No.
You talking about aliens?
No. Well, did he talk about aliens?
Yeah, I don't know.
They did talk about aliens. Okay. Yes, they did talk about that.
What was his stance on aliens?
They could possibly exist.
That's what his stance was? They could possibly exist. That's not different. Like, that's not super. Like, if I heard that perspective from somebody,
I'm not going to sit here and say shit the way that they said it, because we got normal people.
I'm not asking for that.
And is normal people too.
I'm asking what to you made you feel like, yo, this dude is not faking. He is smart.
I mean, it was just his answer to everything and his take on everything. I was sold from the conversation.
So how he was speaking made you believe
how
he was intelligent.
Confidently, he really kind of certain things that he was saying, like a person could just name drop and just say certain things, but it was how he put things in perspective, because he knew that some of the shit that he was talking about was probably shit that people wasn't going to understand. But he made it
everything simple. He simplified it.
He simplified it. Then he had to simplify it. After he answered the question, the person that was interviewing him was like, I think I understand what you're saying. You know what I mean? Like, and that motherfucker is an intellectual. You know what I mean? Like it's a smart person interviewing a smarter person.
That's the question that I want to know.
It's
what
a
the
smart
fuck he said.
Like
Trump tripped up the fucking interviewer, nigga. Where the interviewer was like, "Damn, nigga, I thought you was meaning
well, he
this,
said
but you
he
meant
thinks
that."
He thinks that Trump might have a pretty high IQ. Believe it or not, a lot of people might think he doesn't.
I believe it, my nigga. I believe it, my nigga. That to me is kind of like more.
It's a lot of shit that he said, because I'm a logic leaning type of person.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it was a lot of logic to what he said, and this challenge is like, why did you think this guy was this? You got to watch the interview.
Yeah,
I can give you my opinion of what I thought. But I understood some of the stuff that he was talking about in great detail. I put it in the group.
Right.
But I probably didn't. I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna follow everything this guy does. I would take some of the information that he has and try to apply some of it. I can't apply all of it, but it's a lot of good stuff in what he was saying, and some of the stuff made a lot of sense. As people, like we always focus more on money, because we don't have it. People that have money, they don't think about money. They think about looking better. They think about, you know what I mean? They don't worry about money. The root of all of what we worry about is pretty much surrounded by capitalism, because we live in a capitalistic society. Everything costs something. There's no more barter system, even exchange. It's you got to have money to get this. I can't come and bring you a bag of chips to get another bag of chips. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't work like that. So it's like the supply and demand shit has really gotten people to the point where it's like, yo, I got to have enough to be able to get all this shit. You know what I mean? And what is your purpose in doing that? Like, if your purpose in doing that is so that you have an abundance of these things, so that you don't run out, so that you're being proactive, you're saving, you got a fallout shelter, you know what I mean? Some shit like that. But if you're just getting shit because, well, I got the money, so I'm gonna do this or whatever, you know what I mean? Then that defeats the purpose. And I think majority of people think about, well, I got it, so I'm gonna spend it. I can't take it with me when I go, which is true. So while you're here, you only have a certain amount of time to do things. You only have about, what I think is like 78 years life expectancy.
Do you think most people will give up their integrity for that?
For money?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because they don't know any better. I think most people value money above a lot of shit that they should value more than money. And that's because society has put, like, this is my opinion. I'm not gonna say that this, don't quote it. You can if you want. I think society has put a burden on people to want more than what they need. And by propagandizing shit, you know what I mean? Making shit like sex and all this, all these different things that we have that's out there that we make people covet, but not covet a high quality of life. It's just these little tangible things that are like, you know, minute things. But the more important things like family, like honor, maybe integrity, those things are subpar to what we really need. Because you really can't have those things kind of when you're trying to achieve that level of success in a financial aspect. You lose family, friends, and shit. You kind of lose honor a little bit, you know what I mean? And you kind of lose a little bit of integrity because you're singularly focused on the achievement of making money. When money is above all, it really makes it difficult for you to be a good person because you only care about that. And that's why I always say, not so much as I'm trying to be a good person, because you know how I feel about that, but I'm saying with money, I think I don't really care about money that much, but I know I need it. So as long as I know I'm able to make enough to be able to sustain my life, you know what I mean, and take care of the people that I care about, I think I'm good. But the people that I care about, their values might be different. They might want more than what I want. So they might push me to do more because they think that if I get more, they're going to have more or whatever. And they want me to want more, you know what I mean? But the problem that comes with that, it's a conflict. And this guy, Christopher Langan, he brought up a really good point. He said that I don't think you can the seek for knowledge and the seek for capital. You can't have really both. You can seek knowledge in a certain direction to achieve money, right? However, to get the overall edification, like know everything, in order to do that, you have to like have more discipline, you know, and deny yourself gratification of certain things in order to achieve that, because you don't have much time to do it. So you're either going to do this in a lifetime or you're going to do that in a lifetime, but you can't really do both at the same time. And the reason that you can't, and you can be wealthy, but being like a billionaire, trillionaire, something crazy like that, when you get to that point, you have more influence. They're not going to allow somebody to have just as much influence as them that doesn't have the same agenda. And that's why I started to be like, yo, this motherfucker really on to something, because yeah, you could be the smartest guy in the world and you got to keep your shit to yourself, because
they'll try to kill you.
They might do that, or they'll just try to smear your name, discredit you, right? Shit like that, yeah.
Like, oh, you're crazy.
Because you got to be down with them. Because globalists, what I've learned is globalists control the money. You can't just get the money. The people that control the world control the money. So until you be able to control the world, there's no more black Mansa Musas coming out of here. You know what I mean? It's not gonna happen. You're limited.
We never had no black Mansa Musa here.
You know who Mansa Musa is?
Yeah, nigga from Africa, not America. Not here. I don't know, we ain't gonna have no Mansa Musas here, bro. Ever.
I think that as long as it's not OnlyFans, or you're not a stripper, you're not unaliving someone or something like that, get your money, and it's legal. That's not against law. Yeah, it's against the law in sports, because that's bad sportsmanship, or you're lying or whatever. But if you got a family to
X work is out there, you know.
Yeah, I said if remove that. X work, selling drugs is not something I would encourage people to do. If you do it, whatever, that's your life. I'm not condoning it, but I'm saying those things like that, unaliving people. If you're getting paid to do that, you're a hitman or something, then that's when I would be like, oh my God, you're a bad person. But if you're doing your job and you're like, yeah, you're old and you just need the money because you've been retired. What else do he do? I don't know any businesses that he have, or what else. Like, it's not hurting anybody other than people's feelings if they're so passionate about the sport. But
I think you could be a good person and still lack integrity. What y'all think?
But I don't think you can just say someone lacks integrity off of one experience that they did, because
so how do you judge
in that instance you could say that, but you're applying it to their whole life, saying they don't have it.
That's why I said
how do you recognize it in general then? How do you recognize it?
I don't think it would just be based off of that. It depends if they did it because, like I said, those examples that I gave, if you unalive someone and you got paid to do that, then that's something where you're like, okay, you're doing stuff like that. But from a fight, because the worst thing that's gonna happen is people's feelings are gonna get hurt that don't even know he don't even know y'all exist. Like that is not. That's why I said it's not. Yeah, I get it. You're into the game. You love the sport. It hurts your heart because you have memories tied to this. You look up to this figure, this public figure, but you don't know him, and it's just a fight in the grand scheme of things. There are more important things, and the reason why he's doing it, he's not doing it to bomb another country or something. He's doing it to take care of his family, and no one is being hurt in it. There's no little kids being tortured or no nothing crazy is going on. It's just a fight.
So you're saying as long as he's getting paid and his family's getting paid, it doesn't matter if he knows it's a lie.
You're twisted.
I'm just asking you.
For a fight.
For a fight.
I'm not talking about that.
So for a fight. So what you're saying is for a fight. You're saying it as long as he's getting paid well and everybody is happy.
I never said that.
I'm asking you a question though.
I don't care that it's not that big of a deal that he did it. Because it's only a fight.
So let's talk about.
Did I say I would do that? No. If I was a boxer, I wouldn't do it. I didn't say that I agree, but I'm saying the way everybody's making a big deal about it, like it's the end of the world. Is what
I don't think it's the end of the world.
There's worse things that people could be doing to get money.
There is worse things, and I'm not saying that what he was doing was the worst thing. I'm not saying what he was doing makes him a bad person. I'm not saying what he was. I'm just saying the act of doing something for just the money instead of saying, hey, maybe I shouldn't do this because I don't want people to think something that's not true. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that act to me is an act of choosing money over your integrity. Because your integrity says I'm not gonna lie just because I want the bag.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. That's why I say the boxers I like have that same integrity.
They always have. I'm
not gonna cheat. I'm gonna work hard and get the fair way.
Yeah, I never said that I was in agreement.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that you're wrong either.
Everybody's making a big funk about it.
Yeah, everyboking making a big funk because they felt like they probably lost money. I didn't bet on it.
Yeah.
But if I did bet on it, I would have bet Jake won anyway,
like
because
that guy broke
that the show is the show. It's the show. Like how could they knock Jake out? Because then they're gonna be like, oh, okay, this is gonna give this big ass win to fucking Mike Tyson. Even if it's possible, I don't think they were gonna knock Jake Paul out. I don't think that was ever going to happen. I don't think he was going to let that happen. And then definitely Mike had the power to, but he is 58. He did have bad knees. He said he almost died. And, yeah, he said
he smacked him.
Yep.
And his knee was fucked up too. Like, he's all the way fucked up. So at the end of the day, maybe
he fought Cactus Jack.
Maybe he did really need this money. You see what I'm saying? But I didn't. To me, I didn't think he needed the money because he had a lot of other ventures.
Nick Foley.
Bro got weed. bro got pictures and shit. I didn't think, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he did need the money though. Maybe he just wanted the extra money. I don't know. 20 mil is a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of fucking money. So
it'll make you lose some integrity.
Some of us for sure. Yeah.
Some of us for less.
For sure.
But let's move on. Like Mike, shout out to Mike for being able to do it.
Really
shout out to
Mike
for
being able to do it. They're being put in that predicament.
Right. Let's get to the crazy discussion. This is going to be the deeper one, and I got an example to go with. So, should men pay more attention and be more emotionally present for their partner? What does this mean for the ladies? What should they be doing to encourage this behavior? So think about what I'm saying. Should men be more emotionally present for their partner? So basically,
is there a general status of men being
emotionally present? Is like
I don't even know too many people in relationships that's emotionally present to their spouse.
I wanna frame this. So with this
just relationship, maybe some.
So with this is related to marriage. And I'm gonna give you a scenario. Now this is marriage, so the answer should be yes. Now, what I'm saying is, what does this look like what does this mean for ladies? What should they be doing to encourage this behavior? So men should probably be more emotionally aware. I'm saying they should be. But if you think whatever they shouldn't, then whatever.
What's emotionally aware? Like remembering anniversaries and shit?
Okay, how does she feel about anniversaries?
Exactly.
Like understanding that this is something really important to her. That would be,
she might feel
emotionally aware.
Valentine's Day.
Like I know that she really cares about this, so I'm gonna take more consideration.
Even if it's shit that you don't care about. Like every year, let's say every year
that you don't even care about.
She wants y'all to be in matching pajamas and take the
and that's that to make somebody happy. Shit. That's what that is.
And you don't like wearing matching pajamas. Is that emotionally available when you're saying, yeah, I'm gonna wear these corny
this is a part. This is a partner.
Because if you don't like it and you do it, if you don't like it, then you're doing it for her. This is a partner
thing. If your partner knows that that's not something that you would like, then why would she make you do that shit?
Because that's what she like.
But I'm saying that's what she like. Do that shit. Don't make me do it. You feel me?
That's what I'm saying.
But she want to do that shit.
What's emotionally available then?
No, but listen, it works both ways. She knows.
How's she gonna do it by herself?
Exactly.
No, what I'm talking about, bro. No, what I'm saying is her understanding.
Put that shit on by herself.
My man don't like that shit. So I'm not gonna make him do it.
But some women don't like that.
Being emotionally aware is considering. Okay, she thinks this is cute. This is something she wants to do.
Exactly.
I should probably do it, right? You know what I mean? Her love language, knowing what her love language is. You know what I mean? Like, understanding that shit. Whether it's acts of kindness, touch, whatever, whatever.
Touch.
But what I'm saying is, let's talk about an anniversary. You married, right? And the person forgets. The man or the woman forgets. Anybody forgets, right? Okay. They forget the anniversary. How do you proceed with that in a marriage setting? You're not married. None of us are married. But what do you think if you could put it in perspective of what your ideal or what your relationship looks like? How would this have to be hypothetically for this to be acceptable, or would it not be acceptable? Let me know.
It just wouldn't be acceptable, bro.
Okay.
There has to be a balance of just what we know about each other in general. Let's not even just limit it at emotions. Let's just what we know about each other, what we talk about. First of all, communication and comprehension is the key. Not just communication, because motherfuckers talk all day, and if you don't care, I know motherfuckers that can look at you shaking their head and not listen to one thing that you say. So, you know what I'm saying? It's the comprehension and the communication. I think that's the key, and that's gonna make the relationship work. If your wife is into anniversary specifically, and you care about your wife, you're gonna do things that you don't necessarily agree with or would do for yourself, but you're doing for others. That's love, right? Love is the act of acknowledging somebody like that you want to care for, or you want to, you know what I mean, be intimate with. But I just feel like once you complicate it with the gender role specifics of it, it becomes like what the internet says instead of what the relationship says. You see what I'm saying? That's the fucking problem. In my opinion, that's the fucking problem. We worried about what the Peef and them is talking about instead of what we fucking feel. And you know what I mean? And we have to go off that, but that is the conversation and the comprehension prior to the marriage. Because if you're in a marriage, you're supposed to already have the dynamics of how you want the marriage to go or how the marriage should go. You know what I'm saying? All the intricate shit gets broke down from the beginning stages when y'all first move in, or let's say if y'all were already moved in with each other. You know what I mean? The marriage part is just the, okay, fuck the gender roles. We have a role for the house. And a goal for the house is to make sure you raise your kids in a healthy environment. Make sure y'all talk before y'all yell. Make sure, you see what I'm saying? Like, whatever you put in is what you get out. And that should be the main idea of the household. You see what I'm saying? I feel like women are better maintainers than men. So maintenance of the relationship falls under their characteristics. Maintenance of the households fall under their characteristics. Yes, I will clean up after myself. Yes, I will do things that, you know what I mean, to help her make maintenance. But for the person that's in charge of that, that's her, because she maintains my peace. So I have to go to her for the maintenance side of it. And then for the, you know, the physical leadership side, that's me. She comes to me. Yes, there's gonna be times where she says, hey, babe, I need you to do this for me, and I have to follow her lead. But what I'm saying is, when it comes to like things that is above her pay grade, so to speak, she has to come to me or have to feel comfortable in coming to me. And that's my role as a husband. But yeah, that's how I feel about that.
How about you, Erika?
What is the question?
Should men pay more attention and be more emotionally present for their partner? What does this mean for the ladies? What should they be doing to encourage this behavior?
Well, you both should be playing your roles. As a woman, if you're a traditional woman, you should be cooking and cleaning. And if you're at home and if you got to go to work, you should be doing that and being nurturing and submissive. And if it's your man, you're supposed to provide protection, and you're supposed to and pay the bill if you're traditional. And
Now, does that include emotional security, right? Like they know things about you and they're providing those things, or did you already agree to those terms before this happened? So now it's just your duty as a wife to do what your man is asking you to do.
I think you should have definitely had a conversation before you got married about what each of your expectations were in the relationship, and you should have been following them if you agreed to get married, or because why would you be there? 100%. But I think being emotionally aware is important, because if you're not, that can cause issues in the relationship. If you don't feel heard, if someone doesn't feel heard, or if some people don't like to communicate, some people don't like to talk, they shut down or whatever, and it's, you have to communicate in a relationship, and sometimes the conversations that you need to have are going to be tough, but I think it's necessary to have a long-lasting, healthy relationship, because you're not going to agree on every single thing. You're going to have disagreements, but it's the way that you disagree.
Facts. If your partner forgot something in the marriage, like they forgot their anniversary, how would that make you feel as a partner? Would that be a end game type of thing for you, or would that be, you know?
No, I'm not a person that really, I don't really care, to be honest, don't really care about holidays or birthdays and stuff like that. I don't even care about celebrating my birthday, really. Like, when people ask me, what do you want to do for your birthday? Like, I'll be like, nothing most of the time. Like, because it's just a regular day to me. So anniversary would be, I mean, we can acknowledge it. I'm not saying just act like it doesn't exist. You can, like, but even for my birthday, happy birthday could be sufficient. Like, if you do something that is nice, I would appreciate it, but it's not something that's mandatory. But I would like you to acknowledge it, at least say happy anniversary or something. But if you forgot, it's not going to be the end of the marriage because of it. I might bring it up and be like, hey babe, it's our anniversary, did you forget? And then the man should be like, oh yeah, I'm sorry, like he's working,
take accountability,
like, yeah. And if he apologizes and he's, not, I know you didn't do it on purpose, you honestly forgot. Sometimes things slip your mind. And
what if he always forgets, but he always makes it up after?
It's not gonna
affect you.
Deal to me.
I respect that.
I mean, I look at it. I mean, if he cares to to repay the favor. Like, you know what I mean? I'm sorry I did this shit. You know what I mean? I'm gonna try to do better. If a person is genuinely trying to make an effort, and you like or you care or you love that person, then I think it's okay to give them grace in that situation. I think it's okay. I would say it's okay. I don't think maybe everybody wouldn't agree, but it depends on how I feel about that person. If I love you, you know what I mean? I don't think I'm just gonna just dub you because you forgot I always like this special crumb cupcake or whatever on my birthday, and you didn't make it for me this time. You know what I mean? What were you doing that was so important, but you forgot to make my favorite cupcake on my birthday? Instead of me saying, "Oh, it's okay. Are you gonna make it for me sometime this week or whatever?"
Yeah.
That's the compromise. If I'm a big baby about it and I'm just like, you know what? It's my birthday. It happens once a year. You can't remember that? Like, you know what I mean? If I'm acting like that, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I don't think that's a comfortable relationship to be involved in. I don't think, you know what I mean? But I'm not saying that it's not important. I'm just saying that.
Would that be an act of somebody who's not emotionally available? Or is that too much emotional from coming from the dude?
You mean, okay.
You don't know how to express the emotion.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay,
so you don't have emotional intelligence.
Okay, gotcha.
See, there's a way to communicate. There's a way to communicate things without without crashing out. Yeah, but some people don't know how to do that, and it's hard. It's hard to tell somebody you're angry with a regular voice.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's hard to tell somebody you're sad without crying. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, because you sympathize.
Right. So you're like trying to control body's natural reaction to these emotions, and express verbally these emotions. So your brain is like working double time, bro. It's like you don't even realize
because
it.
if you're talking about it, it's naturally gonna bring up some emotion.
Yeah.
But you're trying to tell yourself to push it down by still saying what you're saying. So then you might say some other shit that's not as deep to try to combat the emotion that you're feeling.
That's just like when people be watching scary movies, yo. You watching a movie with their ass and then they just start talking about some bullshit. Like, shut the fuck up, man. Watch the movie, nigga. You scary ass motherfucker. Like, I know you scared. Trying to deflect your fright. And then going like this and shit. Like, come on, man. Watch the movie, man. I'm sorry, man. I like my movies.
I do too. I love horror. All the guts, the more the guts, the
morbid curiosities, man. It's the American way.
Yeah. You live vicariously through the
that could be
sometimes
it could be detrimental to have certain curiosities, but that's only if
you act on it.
Not even just acting on it. Like if it really is well, I'm just gonna say it is acting on it, but not really so much as that, as more of this is the type of person that you are.
Yeah, it shouldn't be an obsession.
Right, exactly. That's what I was looking for. Not an obsession. So it's like you can think about things from time to time, like that person that cut you off on the highway, like you wish they car went off the bridge. Like it's not a good thing to say. But you upset. People be having road rage. Road rage has led to people losing lives.
I wish your car.
So you gotta think about it. Like a lot of people take that into consideration and just be like, yo, like. You're not gonna talk to me like that.
He's still fighting that case, I think.
That's wild.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. But yeah, fucking a man should have emotional awareness in a marriage. You know what? I think even more like, all right, we do forget things. So I'm not making excuses, but I think it's always important to take this into consideration when you're marrying somebody. If you're marrying somebody that has many jobs and they have a hard time managing the many jobs that they have, don't pile them with other tasks, and they already have tasks. You're gonna ask them to do this. Oh, can you remember this? Well, it's the least you can do. People always say that shit. The least I can fucking do. I'm doing 30 things.
I ain't fucking with her unless I bring benefit to her life anywhere. So it's like if I see that she has.
But see, does that benefit to her life? Does that excuse you from forgetting her birthday?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It do, but you would be mad.
Couple times. I say 2 times. I say 2 times.
At least twice.
It
at least twice you get grace.
Yeah, because I'm probably was working on the day of her birthday.
And how many times she could forget yours?
2.
That your relationship be ending on that. That's a lot of no fault divorces.
I said 2
because of
That's why I said
because
2.
Of people.
And it can't be back to back.
They make it has to be like shit like that. You're never at the kids' soccer games. You never, you know what I mean?
And
you're always in the office. You always got a case.
But kids do be feeling some type of way about that.
Cops can't keep their
Like
relationships.
nobody came to my. Like people told me their
we got people popping in. What's going on there? What's going on there? What up, y'all? What up, all the people that's popping in? Yeah, we diving deep into like motherfuckers in a relationship and they don't care about shit. Like pretty much. They only be like, yo, I'm here, I'm eating, I'm fucking shitting in the bathroom, I'm fucking buying groceries, I work, I pay 2 bills.
2 bills.
You know what I mean? Like,
2 bills.
And some of the rent. So,
give me the loot.
They said it's a partnership. You're marrying an adult, not fostering a child.
Absolutely, I agree. But you chose a child.
Because women are children, Mr. Lenko.
Nah, I'm saying you chose whoever when a dude marries a woman, when a dude marries a woman, he already decided whatever the fuck he decided at that point. He's like, fuck it, I'm marrying her. Now you married this person. You know she cares about this, that, whatever. Now you have to take that into account even more so because you made this commitment. Otherwise, there's a lot of consequences that come with that.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got a L if y'all get a divorce. Now she could take whatever. If you ain't come there with nothing, she probably not gonna get nothing. But it depends. Like you started a relationship with somebody and you didn't fulfill your end of the bargain, or they didn't fulfill their end of the bargain. Why did you get together in the first place? And then it's like people gotta really think about it. When you make that choice, you have to take accountability on the jump. You have to. So you got to either, okay, we made this commitment, we got married. Now I have to focus on trying to work on this. It's going to be a challenge. Probably it might be uphill, but I need to at least try to do this shit because I made my bed. Now I got to fucking lay in it. That's how I look at it. When y'all say I do, and when that nigga say will you, y'all motherfuckers made a bed. Now y'all got to lay in it. And a lot of people can't hack it like the people did back in the 50s and shit like that because nobody understands those gender roles like you was talking about. Nobody understands those shits because those shits need to be present. She's going to love that man if he's a man. I'm telling you. If the man is in his masculine frame and doing what he's supposed to do, when he comes in the house, she going to jump on that motherfucker like, oh my God, I waited all day. Like, she going to be all happy and shit. But when that nigga not doing what he's supposed to do, she gonna be like, oh, this motherfucker here again.
Absolutely.
Snoring. Everything bothered. She don't even give a fuck about this nigga snoring. She be looking at him while he's sleeping and shit, creepy shit.
But what if he does more good than bad, but he still gets treated like he does too much bad?
Then you picked the wrong.
You probably picked the wrong person. You know what I mean? That might be on you. Like if you're a dude and you're honestly doing all the right things, and it's not your fault, then you chose wrong. You know what I mean? But you probably thought she was gonna. The same thing what women do. Oh, this is just a phase. They'll change. They'll grow out of it. Oh, they're gonna be better. Oh, I'm gonna show them how to do this or whatever. Getting mad because the nigga don't open the door.
Who do y'all think is quicker to leave, a woman or a man?
A woman, definitely.
Okay.
Woman.
In relationships and marriages?
Marriages, definitely.
What about relationships?
Relationships, it depends on what type of woman, what type of man. Now,
Let's
'cause
say
it's
the
2024
relationship.
now.
Let's say the relationship was heading towards marriage at some point, and then someone.
A dude only really gonna leave if she cheat. If
Okay,
you
so
you choose her,
right.
she there. Like, you feel me?
Dudes do believe it, it's not at the same.
They leave differently. Like, dudes
What
leave,
you think, E?
but the dude leaves.
I mean, the stats.
Like,
show
meaning the,
that
like
they-
capital letters.
You said
THE,
dudes
bro.
leave more than females?
I didn't say they leave more. I said they both leave. But yeah, women leave more. But
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not that big of a difference because relationships are failing. The divorce rate. is
Why
high.
do you think women leave more though, specifically?
I don't know. Most people are shallow in general.
So
What
think
was
it's-
what was the word?
Too much on the wrong things in the relationship than the things that really matter, and that's when. And a lot of people, like I said, people are marrying for the wrong reasons.
Something
Sometimes
different.
they don't
What's
be
that
really
word?
wanting the person. They don't really be into them. They be like, oh, he got money or something, and then they dealt with it and accepted it. That's why sometimes they don't be having sex with them. Because I
That's
can't understand it unless you
crazy.
have a medical condition. Why, if that's your husband, why y'all going months without having sex or something? Like, how
Yeah, that is supposed to be.
That's crazy.
I be hearing people at work we talk about they don't be getting it like on a regular basis, but they married and shit. But I like after a certain time, it's just like, yo,
That's
the
crazy. That's
woman just
nasty
don't.
work.
The woman just don't want to give it up all the time.
Ain't no way.
She just don't be feeling it. Like,
Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way.
do you think it's like she just rather like rub one out with a vibrator or some shit?
They might do that instead.
What do you think it is though? Do you think it's women cheating or women rubbing one out? Like they would rather just rub one out because the man can't make her come.
I don't think that. I think that when these women are not having sex, that it's not like a medical. It could be because the sex is not good, but I think a lot of times I hear what these women say. They be focused more on how much money a dude makes than actually being interested in him as a person.
Crazy.
So that's what. So they will marry it, and if they look good enough to pull dudes that got bread like that or whatever, like then. And it usually be those chicks, like the dimes that everybody want. Like they be using niggas. Like they'll marry you, or they'll talk to you and get up to that point. Some dudes be proposing quick within a few months or whatever. If they look like that, they feel like they worked it. So they go, and the dudes be knowing sometimes that this bitch don't really want them. She wouldn't talk to you if you didn't have no money.
bread. Yeah.
Like, but they be okay with that. And then then she gets tired of him and she take him for a guy or wait for him to die if he's like 30 years older than her or some shit. Because that'd be disgusting when they be talking to these men that much older. I like older guys, but nigga, Al Pacino's like 80 and he just had a baby. Like what? And the girl, and she's a younger woman, like in her 30s or something. That's disgusting.
She was in her 20s.
Yeah, that's just. Oh, I would throw up. I can't even whatever. That I feel like that's just a money grab.
What do you think about the escorts that go missing because they get like mad money to go overseas and then
Somebody got questioned.
they get down there and they ask them to do some old wild shit, like some old wild shit.
And you said they go missing, and what happens? Like they were unalived?
We don't know. They just go missing.
What do you mean? What do I think about that?
Yeah, what do you think about women that are like on OnlyFans and things like that get offered by men to come overseas?
And then they disappear?
Exactly.
What do you mean? What I think that's terrible. People should obviously. I'm not an ex-worker. I don't. That's not a so I don't wouldn't encourage anybody to do that.
What if they said it wasn't even sex?
But,
what if they said, "Oh, I just want you to come out here and shit on my chest"?
Well, that's still considered because they're doing
it's sex work.
A
fetish.
Okay, yeah. You said OnlyFans. I'm assuming that's what you. But
she might
obviously, I don't condone that type of lifestyle. But they still don't deserve to be kidnapped either, just because they're doing that. So that neither one of those are good things. But if you weren't doing that, you possibly wouldn't be in that predicament.
So your advice is don't do OnlyFans.
I mean, of course. Like, why?
Talk that shit, E. You heard that, ladies? Don't do OnlyFans. I know it's a lot of money, but shit.
And it's a lot of money for certain.
Sometimes the
chicks,
money ain't worth it, damn it.
Some chicks be playing themselves, though. That's the thing.
What you mean?
Yeah, OnlyFans, you could make money, but it also depend on the person. And
you saying some bitches is ugly?
Several different. Not even that. They might make some money, but it's a scale. It's always levels to everything.
Facts.
So unless you're
willing to do more,
or you a specific because it depends what you look like too. Some chicks don't have to. They could put pictures of their feet. Every bitch not gonna be able to put a picture of their feet if she got her full body up there, and then they're gonna be like they want to see other certain women feet because of who they are, because of more. What
you don't think the
like.
more you show, the more you get paid though?
I didn't say that. You not letting me talk.
I'm sorry.
I just said no about not necessarily. Anybody could do feet pics. Mm-hmm. I think like if it was a celebrity, like somebody you already knew, she put her feet pics up there because of who she is. Like that's good enough for her because she already got status. She's that like Melissa Ford. She posts pictures of her feet. Weird people because not normal niggas. But it's gonna be a group of people that got foot fetishes. That's gonna be. That's gonna be paying just to look at her feet. But a normal dude is not gonna pay to just look at her feet. Yeah. But other chick, yeah, she could be naked or play with herself or something. And some people gotta do extra shit if they fat and nasty, or it be chicks that you just look like you just I don't know. You could still do it, but they be thinking like, oh, one person be like, oh, I made $1 million last month.
Oh,
and
Bernice Burger.
And then they think
but look how she looks.
And then they think that they're gonna go up there and make $1 million. You played yourself. You might make 1,000, possibly.
That's a shot, girl.
But
you might make $3.25. $3.25. $3.25.
Oh, $3.25. Hilarious.
I mean, you set your subscription.
So basically, stay on your level.
You automatically get paid for your subscription. You can make how much the monthly subscription is. But then they make more money, like if people could message you and ask you to do other content, and then they could pay you off that. Like, oh, send me this, send me that, or whatever. Like you could do private chats or whatever. But they have a monthly subscription first. That's what that comes every month, and you could make what you want the monthly subscription to be like $7, $10. I don't know what's the range, but and then they get more for requests or personal chats or whatever. But yeah, it's not gonna be the same for everybody because it's not like a normal 9-to-5 job like y'all all doing the same thing. It's based on different things. But it'll be some weird sex category, so it's a lane for everybody.
Yeah, they do.
But everybody ain't gonna be making the same amount. Definitely doing that. And then if you gonna be making like a regular job doing that shit, like a 9-to-5 or some shit, then you might as well quit. Cause why the fuck are you doing it if you're not rich? You're retarded. Because it's not even it's not worth it regardless. But if you gonna do it, do the shit fucking right.
So let me ask both of y'all.
Shit. Like
let me ask
if you gonna ruin your life and give up your dignity and everything.
Some money.
Let's say
more than some money, nigga. You need to be set for life if you're gonna do that shit.
Let's say fucking
clothes on and go to work.
Let's say there's a video that pops up. It's an old video of y'all doing nasties of you and your significant other doing the nasty, of you and your significant other doing the nasty, of me and my significant other doing the nasty. Now, at this point of life, let's say the pod is popping, we getting bread, you know what I'm saying? We getting streaming money. So now we're like, hey, how did this come about? The person, the significant other was like,
always happens.
I didn't post this. I don't know how it got out. I don't even have that phone no more. I don't have no access to this. It's not me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right. For whatever reason, you kind of believe this person, but you also believe that their phone was stolen for that purpose. So now you're trying to figure it out, but let's say you don't know how to figure it out. The only options that you have two options. One option is fight it and lose, or go with it and you get
That's what me.
100,000. What you gonna do?
It's an allegation. If I fight it, I'm gonna get. If I fight it, I'm gonna lose.
Mm-hmm.
If I go with it, I'm gonna get paid.
Yep.
Something came out.
Yeah.
About
a sex
me?
tape of you. An old sex tape that you had with a little scallywag back in the day.
To get it removed?
Yeah, you don't want it to get out because let's say you have kids or let's say you're in a relationship.
And the people that's making it, I can get money from them.
You can't sue the person because the person, it wasn't the person. You believe you're still in contact with the person. The person got their phones taken away, and that's how but they don't know who stole their phone. So you don't know who to sue.
Ain't that defamation of character or some shit?
It is.
What would you
if
go
it was,
into court
if
for
it was the
if
person,
you don't know who did it. That doesn't you're not. What are you going there for?
you're going to make sure that the tape is out, but you're going to try to get it off. Like, I think you could go and put some type of sex. What's it called? There's like a rule where it's like you can't have any old sex tapes of your exes getting out, and if they do get out, they'll shut it all down. That's what Serena
where's
did.
it at?
It's just out on the internet. Let's say somebody
so
posted
trying
it.
to sue the company.
Yeah,
the
you're basically trying to get the
shadow ban or whatever.
You're basically trying to basically shadow ban.
Okay.
But you know what I mean? I think there's like a real process where they have to take down certain corn videos because they're not copyrighted or they're
right.
You know what I mean? It's not official.
Or they violate the platform.
Exactly.
Regulations.
Because they have to give consent. You can't just put people up there that ain't agreed to be
copyright strikes and all that.
But
you gotta own it to get the copyright strike.
Let's say one of the corn sites was like, yeah, we're gonna give you 100,000 for this. This is fire. Just let us play it exclusively on this platform.
I don't want myself out there. Like I would like
but it's already out.
Like if it's already
out, it
already been out for a minute.
They're just gonna take it off, but it's already out. And people have already seen it.
I mean, I would take it off if I could take it off.
Oh, you gonna take it off?
Yeah, if I could take it off, I would take it off. But if I can't take it off, then fuck it. You know what I mean? I just have to spend that shit and be like, look at my form.
I feel the same way as you. Go ahead. E, what do you say? What would you do?
I would want to take it down. I don't want to be on the fucking internet. People, everybody seeing my life.
But what I'm saying is it's already on the internet, and you're just telling them to take it down after it went up already. So people could have screen recorded it. It could have brought. You know what I'm saying?
I still want it to come down.
I respect that. Okay. Yeah. I respect that.
I'm not a corn star. I don't get down like that.
Otherwise, I would just do it. Then if that's the case,
that's why I don't be making no footage.
And that's not even that much.
I only had one like a minute ago when I was younger, but that shit got like deleted or some shit. So.
Yeah. It depends on what part of my life. If I wasn't married, I might have took the money, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't mind people seeing me naked.
But you're a guy, it'd be different. I mean, some guys don't care.
I mean, the instant gratification is crazy.
Exactly, it is. It's 100,000.
But that's what I'm saying. Most people,
and the video's already
most people take money.
If the video wasn't up already, I would say the same thing y'all saying. Like, take that shit down.
But I'm just saying now you're gonna be profiting off of it in continuation.
Yeah.
So that's not really
turned into an opportunity.
But it's not a moral form of capital.
It's not.
You can't be
really
proud
not.
of it. So what about the
I could
morality?
be proud of it. Pride is a sin though.
Right.
I could be very proud of it, but pride is a sin though. I mean, be too proud of it.
It's just one of them shits. Like if I don't have to deal with it, then I won't deal with it. But if I have to deal with it, then I'll just deal with it. I'm one of those type of people, man. Glass half full, glass half full, glass half empty. You know what I mean? I'm that type of person.
I agree on that topic though. I just feel like if it's out already, then if I can't shut it down, then fuck it, I'll take the bread. But
let me give you a crazy one. Okay. This is a crazy scenario. you're married.
Oh, see, married is crazy. If I'm married, I don't want no tape.
Listen. You're married. I'm not gonna add nothing else to it. This is exactly what it is. You're married. Your wife.
Oh no! No!
Has
a tape that I just found out.
No, not even.
Oh my god!
She was with one of your family members.
Oh my god!
Not your brother or whatever, but she was with one of your family members. You never knew. He didn't care. They was in another state. You seen them at a family reunion. Do you divorce your wife? Y'all got 2 kids.
Yo.
Do you divorce your wife with the 2 kids because her cousin, you know, they had a relationship. They was together. You know what I mean?
Wait, what?
Now they're together. They don't have no kids. You got kids with her or whatever. You married to her. You her husband. You're her first husband. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
First 2 kids. Whatever.
But she cheated on me with.
No.
She didn't.
No, it's not cheating. This happened, but it's your cousin.
Oh, so this happened before?
This happened before you. It's the cousin, right?
And they never told me.
They never knew. They never knew that
that we was cousins.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
So they just found out.
Well, you just found out. Y'all all just found out. Like, now you know.
So everybody
like,
found out together. If everybody found out together, I'll be like.
It's just, funny story. Is it one of those? Or?
I just never be around that cousin again.
Oh, that's dicey. That cousin again. Damn, that's not even reasonable.
It is reasonable.
Like if you're gonna, if you's not divorced.
Let me tell you why I say that. Let me tell you why I say that.
Why? You don't know neither.
Because as soon as everybody knows, if her first instincts, which I'm pretty sure is gonna be, is oh shit, I'm not saying nothing. Then it's over. And if her first instincts is like, oh,
if she don't say nothing, it's over.
Yeah. And if her first instincts is like, oh shit, babe, let me tell you what this is and blah blah blah, and I don't feel like she means it, it's over.
Ooh.
I gotta like really feel like, yo, this is, you know what I mean?
This is a crazy one for me. This is a crazy one for me because
that's a little.
I don't like to deal with. You gotta think about it. It's so few men and there's so many women, right? Mm-hmm. So then it's like I try not to engage with the same people that somebody else is engaging with, but you really can't avoid it. Everybody girl is somebody else's girl. Like, you know what I mean? So now you're taking on whatever somebody else didn't want to take on or whatever. Or maybe she's good and now you got treasure, you know what I mean? Another man's trash, another man's treasure or some shit, right? So you have this person and now that you guys got married, you got kids and everything, now all of a sudden you find out that the cousin was a previous lover. You know what I mean? I don't think it can be a bad thing because you're already committed. You're already in a relationship. You didn't know about it. It has to be a form of understanding. Well, it's not a bad thing unless it was a secret. If it was a
she told you as soon as she found out.
If it was a secret, I mean,
and she was remorseful, maybe.
Well, but it's gonna be awkward.
It is gonna be awkward. But I'm like, yo, like.
But that's your wife, though.
Exactly. That's wild.
And then it's like, damn.
But she never met your cousin.
And that's what I'm saying.
So
my cousin
neither
was
one of them knew. So how you not go to it?
Your cousin didn't even come to the wedding.
It depends on, like I said.
What you mean? Like, yeah, like your cousin didn't even come to the wedding because he would have knew then. He would have been like, wait, don't do it, cuz.
But then now I'm gonna speculate he didn't come because he knew.
How would he know?
I don't know. But
it's not a cousin that you see them every now and then.
You know why?
Who they are,
because maybe grandma or maybe auntie gave cousin a picture.
See,
Hey,
I told you, I wasn't adding all this shit.
Chris is getting
He
married.
added that.
Hey, Chris is getting married. Look at his beautiful wife. I ain't going to that shit. I ain't going to that shit. That's crazy.
You know how
I didn't know he was married to her.
When the old auntie cousins at the family reunion, they get together.
I told you I got trauma. I got trauma to that cousin.
Such and such and such and
I
such.
got trauma to that cousin.
You know they messing with that.
Oh, that's my cousin.
Right?
We're just gonna go drop him off some food. Little did I know, it was this nigga dicking down my girl, and you know what I mean? Y'all play cousins and shit. Y'all not real cousins. Y'all play cousins. Y'all not related by blood. Y'all related by marriage or some shit. And then y'all fucking on the low. You see what I'm saying? Nah, I don't play that shit, bro. Fuck that. What kind of cousins? Nah. Hell no.
Dude, would you
I shout out to all my real cousins that know that could never happen because of how it just couldn't happen.
Should a wife be able to have male friends? Yeah. Not would you let
What?
I said, should a wife be able to have male friends?
Outside of work, no. Like if she work, she could have friends that, you know what I mean, she work with and shit, but she shouldn't be.
Can she talk to them friends on the phone?
Yeah, in the daytime.
A friend, you should be talking on the phone.
Between the hours of certain hours, you know what I'm saying? And it has to be for a certain amount of time.
You got a friend that call you at like 2 o'clock. Like, what you doing?
That's what I said. It gotta be certain hours, like
sleep.
Real shit. And it has to be, you know.
Implied. Why would I be calling her at?
Exactly.
I know you laying next to your husband. Tell that nigga.
Only that's your wife, though.
Tell that nigga stop snoring so loud.
You can't control
like,
that shit.
when he called Columbus
That nigga snore loud, nigga.
Yeah, that's crazy as fuck.
Yo, that nigga be calling more. Yo,
that's crazy.
Who that snoring?
Like Diddy when he called Columbus short.
Look,
Wow.
that's my bit. That's my bit snore. Yo, be quiet. I'm like, yo, like, okay. Why the fuck you call me and that nigga in there snoring? Cause I can't stand this nigga. I'm about to put a pillow over his face.
Yo, that's wild.
Wow.
Oh, nigga, you not making me a comment, so make it up. Click. Motherfucker, you just hung up on me. I'm in the bathroom. What are you doing? Go to sleep. Crazy shit.
Oh, it's a threat. Try to be fake. Oh, fuck that shit. What is this?
I seen some shit on the internet. Dudes was, I think we talked about this. Dudes was, he was with a chick, and the chick was ordering Uber Eats with her man for her and her side nigga. Talking about it was for her and the kid.
Oh yeah, wasn't that a skit though?
I don't know.
I hope it was, because if it wasn't, what type of
They do be dudes like that.
That's
they be
crazy
homosexual.
though. Nah, not even the dude, the female. What the fuck was you thinking? You're getting Uber for you?
No, cause she got access to the kitty cat. So that's what it is. He only got access to marriage. You know what I mean? And that's if we get that far. Once we got the ex, we already in there, so to speak. The next step for us is just deciding if we want to stay with her or not, commitment. But women don't look at it like that. They be like, well, why you have ex with her if you ain't like her? She had a big butt.
She like big.
It really could be that simple. Yo, she had a big butt. I had to hit it. It really be like that though. I'm lying. It don't be like that.
Nah, you ain't lying, nigga.
That's all I'm saying.
It's funny to hear.
Cause we don't get to say it. You know what I mean? That's the problem. Like, yo, like we're suppressed. You understand?
I think we are all aware that guys will sleep with anyone.
Anything. What the fuck? That shit is crazy. Motherfuckers will fuck a armadillo.
I ain't fucking anything.
Well, I don't think all men will do that. Another woman. I mean, the straight men.
Other women, yeah.
Because some men.
No, but what I'm saying is,
I think you gotta have morals to who you lay down with.
You absolutely, and I think when you're young bulls, you're a young man and you out here, you know what I mean? You're not really out here doing it with intention. You just want to get that fix because you just lost your virginity or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? You just need it. You know what I mean? And that's what's more important. I think certain commitments that are made though need to be considered as, okay, damn, this motherfucker wouldn't have did this otherwise. If a dude has 4 wives, you could say, oh, this nigga always marrying chicks. No, he knows to get what he wants, right? He said, yes, I'll marry you. I think that more means, yes, I'm committed to taking care of you for the rest of your life. He already said that. He wants to do that for you. If a man says that, that's the highest honor. When you shoot that honor down, he feels like his world is crushed with that particular person. So
he don't got no purpose no more.
Right, he don't got no purpose. That was his thing. He was gonna build with you, and we was gonna work on something together. But if a man doesn't have any wives, he still could be valuable because he's looking, but he could be invaluable. He could be an insect. You know what I mean? You don't necessarily, just because he doesn't have any wives or he doesn't have any children doesn't necessarily mean that he's a catch. But it doesn't necessarily mean that he isn't either. And it depends on how their state of life is going or whatever. But it should be always clear intentions and transparency when you're going into a marriage. Why is he proposing to you? And why are you saying yes to his proposal if he's not meeting all the requirements that you have in that relationship? That should have been thought out before you made that decision. But then some shit just people just go with certain shit because it's convenient. It makes the most sense.
Or they never thought they was gonna get married, so they said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna hop on the opportunity because I probably won't get this opportunity again." And then they realize, damn, what did I get into? Now I gotta fucking submit to this motherfucker.
Yo, I think
he a bitch.
I think I'll be married. I'll be married if I could learn to just like not really always say what I really think.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing about understanding, having emotional awareness. You know you're gonna say something that is gonna hurt her. And is it conducive to moving forward in this argument? Like, we learning something at our job called speaking straight. And it's not being bluntly honest without considering the other person's feelings, but it's telling something that's conducive to the particular project or whatever the reason for us saying that. We're not talking about a whole bunch of other shit. We're talking about that specific thing. So that's what speaking straight is, like giving somebody an honest opinion on how they feel about what we're talking about or what we're doing in terms of like a project or a company focus or something like that. But it could be relatable to regular life as well, speaking straight. But in any case, I think that's one of the things that needs to be practiced in relationships, probably more speaking straight. I don't think people really do that. I think people just say what's on their mind because of emotion instead of considering, okay, this is how this other person is probably going to feel. So let me, and then we say, oh, it doesn't matter about the deliveries. Well, it depends. That's circumstantial, right? If the building's on fire, you're like, get the fuck out the building. It's on fire. I don't give a fuck how you said it. Like, I think the building's on fire and I need to leave. Like, that's the most important thing to me. However, if you telling me you need me to do something for you, you're asking a favor, you can't talk to me any kind of way if you're asking me a favor. Like, go fucking pump my gas for me. Like, bitch, I'll walk, nigga. You know what I mean? Like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that's funny as
fuck.
Go fucking pump my gas.
And you better wash them dishes.
Yeah, that's wild.
What do you guys think about being in a marriage and tolerating excessive, anything excessive is bad, but an excessive hobbyist. So let's just give it like this, like you have outlets. Everybody has an outlet. Everybody has something that they like to do. Maybe you like to go to the bar. Maybe you like to play video games. Maybe you like to race. Maybe you like to ride your motorcycle. Whatever the case may be, you like to do something. And sometimes that doesn't include your partner. What does that look like? Do you allow your partner to go to violin practice or whatever the fuck she likes to do? Is that okay in your relationship for them to be able to go do things without you, or it's always got to be a couple thing?
I go first.
Go ahead.
I believe we could all have our hobbies. We could all have our special things that we do, as long as we communicate and we let each other know that we let each other know if there is going to be any interference. So if I know that I'm going to be doing this a lot of the time, I am going to try to incorporate my girl in. You know what I mean? I might want her, like, let's say for me, if it's music, I might want my girl on the track, or I might, you know what I'm saying? Even if she don't rap, I just want her to do, you know, simple shit just to be a part of what I'm being a part of, because I know that the music is going to take a lot. You know how it could be, Smiley. We in the studio for mad long, listen to the same fucking beat, mad long, over and over and over, trying to get our verses shit, trying to get right. So it's just, I have to have sympathy for that. Now, if she doesn't specifically fuck with the music or doesn't want to be a part of that, that's cool too. I'm like, me, if I love her, I'm gonna make sure I go out of my way and do like shit that she likes to do with me. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna look at it as something fun to do with her too. So, you know what I mean? It's good for both of us. But once it's none of that, once it's not, hey, we're not even gonna try to do that, that's when you know you're in trouble. That's when you know the relationship's probably about to be over, and you know what I'm saying? So that's
what does a compromise look like for a dude? Like
I told you, the compromise is saying, okay, what do you want to do, babe? And then her planning a whole day just to do what she want to do. That's the sacrifice. Like, I could be recording.
You do that do that every day?
No, I'm just saying there will be a compromise.
You do your hobby.
I'm gonna do my hobby more than me go out my way and make her feel special. That's just gonna be what it is, because I came into it that way. You see what I'm saying? I can't start from zero when I meet her. You feel me? I'm already on whatever number. But it's got to be a
conversation about.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's gonna be a conversation initially, but to let her know that I care about her, the act is, hey, every Friday we could do this, and it's just me and you. We don't have to do the music thing if she don't want to do the music thing at all. You see what I'm saying? I feel like that's the compromise. Now, if she doesn't appreciate that, or if that's not enough, then maybe I'm not the person that she should be with. You see what I'm saying? But I feel like that's big. Like, offering up your time to somebody who feels like you don't have enough time for her.
What do you think about
for that person?
Somebody shaming?
What do you mean?
Your hobby?
Like your wife shaming your hobby?
Your wife
that's a little
or your husband? Like,
it's a little disrespectful.
Like they saying like, yo, all you do is do this all the time. Like, it's a bad thing.
Yeah, it's a little.
When it's something that you honestly care about, you should. Then you start to feel like a kid again. Like, you don't even understand me, mom.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Exactly. Like, yo, like
that's why I said it's disrespectful.
Like I don't like how you came at me, partner.
That can end the relationship.
And we need to understand, okay, this is something that I really care about. That's the emotional awareness. That's why I said it works on both sides. Because that's not fair. You know, you do things that you like to do. You like to go get your nails done. You like to get your hair done. These are your hobbies. You spend money on that. He spends time. That doesn't cost anything. Maybe he'll buy some credits or get some downloadable content or something like that, or whatever. But he doesn't really spend as much money on his hobby as you do on yours. And it's no cost to him, and he's still there, but he's not there attentive-wise like you want him to be. I get that. But he's there. So that still counts. And for her, like, if she likes to get her nails done or she likes to do that, like, you can't be like, damn, why you gotta get your nails done? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that shit costs mad money. Like, that shit crazy. Like, that shit stupid. That's the same thing. It's emotional awareness. That's something that means something to her. She's doing it because it makes her look good. It makes her feel good. You know what I mean? Whatever. We need to understand that as men. So that's the whole thing about some situation like that. Like a dude playing a video game all the fucking time. All right. Gamers, I love y'all. However, if you in a relationship, you gotta pick a struggle. It's gonna be tough because
what about the gamers that's getting money on YouTube?
Then they partner understand what it is, and they need to shut the fuck up.
So once it's
they have to. They taking care of home.
Yeah, that is true.
That's their job. That's their livelihood. You can't be mad. You fuck with this nigga and he's a Twitch influencer. You can't be mad because this motherfucker making his bread off of Twitch. Let that motherfucker rock. But what I'm saying is like that's about transparency. Like you going into a relationship with your eyes closed, like motherfucker, like, okay, this motherfucker is doing this. Is this something that I can deal with? No? Okay, exit stage left. Why you want to stay there in a situation that doesn't seem like it's progressing? It's counterproductive, right? Like why stick around if it's not what you want? You're gonna make it what you want, you're gonna manifest it. You know what I mean? You're gonna get some crystals, get some grass root and some fucking some sage. You know what I mean? Burn that shit in the house.
Yeah,
eucalyptus oil. Body butter. Maybe but nah,
that shit ain't real. Synthetics.
I'm saying seriously though, like I think on both sides, and I always put it more focus on the men. I don't talk about women, but sometimes women do make crazy decisions. Like, and you're dealing with the consequences of the crazy decision that you make. Men do make crazy decisions. As leaders, you always gonna make a mistake, whatever. The leader of men, this is from General Sun Tzu, it's the Art of War, said he is the smartest man because he hires people smarter than him. In so many words, I paraphrased it.
Makes sense.
And that's some real shit. Like, you obviously can't do everything. Jack of all trades is the master of none, but always better than the master of one, man. You got to get those people that know how to do stuff that you can't do. And that's the thing. That's what your relationship is. Your woman's supposed to be your better half, right? Like your piece. This girl asked me, she said, what do you want from me? I said, peace.
What do you want from him?
I said, peace. You just want peace. Yes.
Yeah, like,
because I should be happy already.
Do you think she knows how to quantify that?
She tries. She makes an effort. I appreciate it. I appreciate when a man does what he has to do, and a woman does what she wants to do. Right? In the relationship, it seems like that. Because the one thing that was supposed to be in a serious relationship was duty.
Mm-hmm.
You're not doing it because you really want to do it. You're doing it because you care about this person and you want to do something for them.
Mm.
It's called selflessness. Yeah. People that are in relationships and they actually really care about the person, they are selfless. They're gonna do things for their partner before they do something for themselves. So it's always gonna be like that. But I don't think people really consider that when they go into a relationship. They saw that me shit.
I saw a conversation on YouTube and it was crazy. It was like, what was it was basically like who should eat first, the mom or the dad, and then.
Ooh, let's circle that around.
I was like, that's kind of crazy because I thought the person that's cooking is cooking to like have the person enjoy the food. So why would they eat first? You see what I'm saying? Like just the person who's cooking. Like, you feel me? Like, let's not even take the gender, because people's going straight to the genders. I'm saying the person that's cooking isn't cooking for themselves. If they're cooking if they're cooking by themselves, they're cooking for themselves. But if they're cooking for somebody else, why would they eat first? That don't make no sense.
Now check this out, because with that same to that same point that you just made, the man makes the meal, right? He's the man
who buys the meal. I don't know if he
but look,
makes the meal.
no, listen.
Mm-hmm.
To your point, listen to what I'm saying. The man prepares the meal. In this situation, the man prepares the meal.
Okay.
Right? And everybody eats and everything, right? But wife still sets everything on the table and makes sure that the man that prepared the meal still eats first. What is that? Is that fucked up?
No, obviously it wouldn't be, because she did it for me, and I wanted her to do that. Unless I stopped her, it wouldn't be a problem. It would be, hey, she wants to make sure I eat first. This is kind of her. You see what I'm saying? I'm not mad at that. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, typically, whoever makes the meal isn't making it for themselves. They're making it for other people to enjoy.
I agree with that.
That's all I'm saying.
Selflessness. What do you think, Erika? Who eats first? Father, mom, child. Who eats first?
We don't. I
don't
thought
matter.
that when you go to a restaurant, who eats first? Everybody, right? You don't eat until everybody get their food.
Well,
cause you could like put
I
the
think a
food
restaurant
on the
is
table.
yeah.
Like you could set the table and then pass the stuff around.
Yeah.
but look, in Christian culture, what do they do? You don't eat until they say grace, right?
Yeah.
And then everybody eats at the same time after you say grace.
You say grace, yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
It's not
what
like
I'm
whatever.
used to.
But in a lot of cultures, the father is a patriarchal environment. The father normally eats first.
Yeah, in like a regular family.
And then the kids eat last, because the father gets the bigger portion. But that's why they take up the bigger portion for dad, and then they give what's left to the rest of the relatives. The mom gets a slightly bigger portion. I mean, it's like a little smaller portion, and then the kids get the smaller portions or whatever, and they don't eat until dad eats. You know what I mean? But I'm like you. Like, I mean, I really don't care. I don't care, honestly. I don't know. Like, I don't care.
I don't really care too much.
Like with that, I mean, if you prepare a meal for me and you feed me first before you feed your kids, I'll probably look at you crazy, like, because just kind of how my mind works. Like,
I don't know about that though.
These kids gotta eat.
If you feed me first, it's because I probably bought the groceries.
I'm thinking
if I didn't buy the groceries,
like,
then maybe I understand, because they're probably not my kids.
No, but I'm just thinking like,
they're probably not my kids.
You really like
they probably somebody else's kids.
before you take care of your kids.
She gonna take care of her kids.
And I just met you. We married is different.
Yeah,
but I've never been married, so
Yeah,
I'm looking at it from my perspective, like, you know what I mean. But
that's what
I think
if
married,
married,
I think I wouldn't care. Like, we married, like, these are my kids too. They gotta eat.
Exactly.
That's how I really think. Like, these kids gotta eat. Like, eat something, boy. Like, I'm thinking about boy, having a boy.
But you know what it is too? I would want me to eat first, because I would want my sons to learn they should eat first too.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's like, I agree that we should all eat together, but I do think that Pops or the provider should get the first.
What do you mean? Give him his plate first, or he take the first bite, or what?
Just give him his plate first. His plate should be down before everybody else's.
Or put to the side at least. till you get home. Like,
yeah, 100%.
you know,
it should be prepared for him. Like, he should have the first plate prepared. Is what I mean.
Because really, they did that because.
And if they're not preparing, like, let's say the food is done and everybody help themselves, that's different. Because the food is done and everybody help yourself, that's different. But yeah, make sure.
Then they used to wait.
Pop has some.
They used to wait for them to have dinner.
Yeah, I mean, we took that out, nigga.
We
There's
waited
barely
2
any
hours
black
for
fathers
for
in the
dinner.
home, so you know we're not even accustomed to that no more. Like,
it depends what time he gets off of work. If he works late, then
there's got to be like some plan. Like, all right, well, because the kids got to go to sleep at a certain time. So you probably be like, well,
it's going
if
on
I'm not here by this time,
he gets off before 5 or 6.
But usually those dudes would be like, hey, I'm not gonna make it for dinner. Tell the kids I love them and kiss them for me or something like that. You know what I mean? It'd be that type of time.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not like that. Those traditional women had traditional men.
True.
That's what I'm saying. Is different, and the ideology is like, because we don't want to teach these women. We want them to already know. That's what a lot of these guys, they're fed up. Like, I don't want to teach them nothing. They should already know this. I shouldn't have to tell them this. But women feel the same way. I shouldn't have to tell this motherfucker this. I shouldn't tell him to remember my birthday. I shouldn't, you know what I mean? I shouldn't tell him that if I ask him for pads with wings, I don't mean bringing me some damn tampons and a bucket of
absolutely hilarious
fried chicken wings. You know what I mean? Like, what's wrong with you? Yeah. You have to be clear on what you really want and what your expectations are, and I don't think people really are. And that's a part of accountability that we don't really take. We got to take that in accountability. This is the person that we chose, and we know certain things about them. We either love it or we hate it. But even though it's something that we know we don't really like about them, and we can see that as a conflict, if we're willing to overlook that, then we should either consider giving them grace in another area or trying to help them or encourage them to appreciate it the way that you appreciate it. You know what I mean? Just be able to break that down to them.
Go ahead, NV me. MVP.
Yo, did any new music come out? I've been looking for some new music.
The industry's a little dry because of all them free calls. Everybody chilling. I'm telling you, everybody chilling.
Yeah, the free calls got people shook.
Everybody chilling right now, yo. The what's the name?
Broken people attract broken people. Definitely.
Yeah, facts. Facts. What was I gonna say? I forgot.
What do y'all think about this? How G Herbo and how his baby mother handled 2 different instances. The son was crying. They're not together anymore, so it was separate.
Mm-hmm.
They're both were. So he was on Kai Cenat with G Herbo, and he told him to say a speech to the viewers, like to the live viewers, and he was saying it, and then he started crying, and then G Herbo, he hugged him. He was like, "What's the matter? Why are you crying?" And he was like, "Cause I don't know what he said, but he started crying. He was like, "It's okay to cry, but what's the problem? What are you crying about? You miss Pop or?" And then he's like, "I can't say the speech." And then he was like, "Yes, you can." And then I tell you, don't ever say you can't do something. Just say you need more time, or you gotta try harder, or something. But you can't say you can't do it. You could do it. You could do anything. If you just gotta try. And
you did it.
So that's what he said. No, I'm just giving you an example of how he handled it. When
he didn't even do it. No,
when
he stopped.
When he was crying. I don't know. I didn't watch the whole video, but that's what he said to him when he was crying.
He right though.
It's okay, kiss stuff, whatever.
Good dash.
So then the mom, they were playing that stupid challenge, like suspect.
Oh my God! That's
so the mom and the son.
You already
started
off
and
bad.
Somebody else. I don't know who else is in the video, but they were doing it. Suspect is doing blah blah blah. So then it gets to the it gets to the mom's turn, and then she's like, suspect is mad that I don't want to be with his father, and then he started crying, and then she was like, what you crying for? You so like she was like, you so dramatic or whatever. It's a game. Get over it or something like that.
No, that's his real life. Like, you really don't want to get back with his dad. So it's like, what part of the game is that?
Right.
That shit wasn't no fucking game. That was her hurting her little boy's feelings with the truth. It is the truth, but why would she say that shit? And that little boy was old enough to know, like, damn, like she don't want to be with my daddy no more. And he probably love his dad, and that's the crazy part. He probably love his dad. It's like, why wouldn't he want to be with me? Like, y'all made me. But that shit is crazy. Like, you don't even think about it. Like, well, she don't think about it clearly. She don't give a fuck. That's fucking crazy. Yeah, I think she handled it horribly, to answer your question. Me personally. Shout out to G Herbo for being a real father. That was some real lame mother shit.
Or maybe
take
she
accountability.
Said that she don't want him because I think
it don't matter what she says. To say that in front of her son was foul. Like, that's foul, yo. And that little boy understood that shit. That's why he cried. Shit, crazy.
She ratchet.
It's fuck. See, that's why you gotta be careful. Like,
fabulous stepdaughter now. But I mean, I don't know if they still together, but I think he had a baby with her.
That's what I was gonna say. I heard Fab getting accusations, man. Well, about them Diddy parties, man. I already showed you.
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
Fab be looking all nervous around Diddy.
Yeah, I remember.
Well, he was.
I remember, yeah.
He probably mad comfortable now. He probably could. Now he got his swag back.
Yo,
wearing bell bottoms.
Yo, you crazy.
Got my boy out here wearing bell bottoms. That's my guy, but nah,
Fab, yo.
You can't be wearing bell bottoms.
Somebody said y'all want to go to a Diddy party. No.
Hell no.
Nah, hell no.
Damn Diddy party. I'm straight.
No price.
No,
we ain't trying to wake up with a sore booty.
This is what I'm talking about with integrity. Like, some people don't care about that shit. They just get the bread. Fuck it. I go to a Diddy party. Nah, I'm not going to no Diddy party. I don't even like clubs.
That doesn't even sound right.
Fuck, I look like
if you try to pay me to come to a party, that sounds fishy.
You're not paying me to come to the party. You're paying me to do something else.
Yeah, that sounds fishy to begin with. Why are you paying me to come?
You know what I'm saying? I remember back in the day, I used to get messages from the people, the pyramid people. I used to get messages from the pyramid people to like join and shit, and I was like,
pyramid people. Who's that?
Just the pyramid people, or whoever the pyramid people. Yeah, they, yeah. Mm-hmm. And I used to get like messages from them on IG and shit. You know what I mean? Especially after, like, when I first went a mil on the streams and shit, I was happy as fuck, nigga. I got a random message from them. I'm like, what the fuck? I think they be watching, and it's like it's kind of deters you to get to a certain spot. As far as fame wise. Do you think you could control it? I think so.
I mean, that's the thing. That's like what I was saying.
As above, so below.
You just saying that in general? That's spooky, E. Who do you? That's spooky as fuck. What you mean? That's allowed. Where you get that from? Like, what the fuck?
That's who the people you talk about. That's what they think.
Oh yeah, for sure.
No, but
for sure.
But like, I look at it like, see now I just love that thing.
Yo.
Back to back.
If you I remember what I was gonna say. Like, if you go after money, you're going to encounter what I was talking about earlier.
Some unsavory characters.
It's gonna be unsavory characters because they own money.
You said they own money.
They own money, yes.
They print it.
Currency. They print it, they stash it, they have all those leaders, they're the people in control of all of it. They have the highest amount of money, and there's an oligarchy, right? Y'all know what that is, right?
Yeah.
People that don't know what it is, it's like people that have more financial power, have more influence over certain conditions, standards, rules, whatever, right?
There's a reason why we have like the shit that's on the dollar bill. Like, it's not no coincidence that there's a pyramid of
Those are the people that made it.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And then think about it like this. Remember how the real pyramids are, right? And how the top of them are like missing the top little top piece, and then the eye is on the dollar bill for that top piece, right? Right, kitty cat? Or am I saying too much? I think she nipped at me, yo. She's like, chill the fuck out, nigga. Alright, never mind. The cat told me chill, I'ma chill the fuck out. I'ma listen to the dollar, she know. Real shit.
Yeah, I mean, there's a power dynamic, you know what I mean? There's somebody in charge. But
or something.
that's why I'm like really like watching that dude like Christopher Langan, like it just really like, okay, like you know all this shit, but you live on a farm, like.
Yeah,
they like
that makes sense.
The
that
smartest man in the world
to me.
But yo, that's like stay away from everybody.
Exactly,
like,
that's what he's
that's
saying.
Really the only way to self-preserve. Like stay away from everybody.
Farm.
You gotta get away from Wi-Fi and the internet.
All of that shit.
Right.
I be feeling like that shit be fucking us up too. I'm about to start getting the EMF stickers and shit, putting that shit on my Wi-Fi.
And he chose knowledge over
like
money.
I'm in a little listening.
He chose knowledge over money. Like
like
this motherfucker was a bouncer, bro.
He was a
bouncer at a nightclub.
He was a
you
real
the smartest
dude,
man in the world, and you choose that profession.
Nigga, Neil deGrasse Tyson used to wrestle and shit.
That's what I'm saying.
That's not no little nigga. Like
he got a wrestler mustache too.
That's hilarious.
He got a Ron Jeremy mustache.
Said he got a Ron Jeremy mustache. That's funny as fuck, yo. My nigga Neil deGrasse Tyson is hilarious.
He got that. Let me tell you, brother. He got that shit.
He do be talking it like a smart, nerdy way. Like, that shit's funny.
That's my guy. I was watching him earlier. He was talking about free will, bro.
Yeah, he was
free
saying
will.
He was against it, though. I don't know. Sometimes I'll be like,
I don't believe in free will.
Yeah, he be saying.
But then when you break things down, because that's what the other guy said. He said free will really doesn't really. You don't have free will. What you have is consciousness, and your consciousness dictates certain things.
Consciousness is free will. That's the choice to be either good conscious or bad conscious.
But you're only allowed to do. If you had free will, you would have complete control over everything in your body.
If we have free will,
there's involuntary things.
If we have
involuntary functions that your body has, you can't control. Free will will be absolute control over all of that.
You know,
that's what they said.
You'll never have absolute control of your body, because
so
if you
free will doesn't exist.
Hold on. Because if you do, you'll be completely awoken and you'll be able to transcend your body. But because we're stuck in the body, we do, because we can choose to ascend or not choose to ascend. So it does exist because it's the choice of, hey, do I try to reach this nirvana, or do I stay stagnant and say, fuck it, and it don't matter? Because that's the choice of free will to me. That's the choice of saying, look, I could either strive to be the best version of me or not. And not everybody makes that choice.
You mixing red or blue pill with free will, because I guess that's
free will, say though. Choice. It's free will. It's choice. Choice is free will. The
but
choice
I'm just saying,
to be
like
a good person.
Free will. What they were saying is free will is not that free will is having control over the will of everything, like will over my hands. Like people wouldn't be paralyzed. Like people, you know what I mean? Like your legs are still attached. There's still blood flow. There's still all of this. So why can't you move your legs? What you should be able to control that part of your brain to be able to move your legs. You don't have complete control over something because there's something that happens. So what is it? What is it? Because there's people that have been paralyzed for years and then out of nowhere they can walk.
Mm-hmm.
How do we explain it? That's a miracle. Right?
Personally, this is my thoughts on that.
What's that?
I believe that, I think I said it before, I think that we come down here as spirits, right? And I think that spiritual journey is wiped. Most people have their memories of their past lives and everything wiped away. We only get it back when we come back, you know what I mean, into the spirit form. But prior to, you know what I mean, prior to being here as humans, as who we are, we're souls that lived out many lives. You see what I'm saying? And we remember all of that because we're not confined it by any temptations, any demons, any low vibrations, any death, any disease, none of that. You see what I'm saying? We're not conflicted by that, so we're a part of everything. You see what I'm saying? So once we get in this this dimension, all of that leaves unless you're at a certain spot, like where the Christ consciousness or the Buddhas or the people like that achieved that enlightenment or that understanding that, hey, this is just the matrix, basically, right? Like the real shit is the unseen shit, and this is just the bullshit. So like to get to that shit, there's certain requirements in the game that you have to get to ascend to that, and not everybody does that. That's me personally. I think that's what free will is. It's the choice to say, do I try to ascend or do I stay where I'm at? Most people just stay where they're at, or they choose physical over the spiritual, and they say, well, money's more important, or this is more important, or this is more important. Maybe it's their loved one is more important. It's like whatever on the physical plane is important to them is what they're going to cater into, and you know what I mean, that gets away from your free will. But do we have it? I think we're all born with it. Things happen in our life that's predetermined. I do believe that. Do we all have destinies? Like from beginning to end, was it already written out prior to us being here? I don't think so, and here's why. I believe that there is multiple universes for different versions of ourselves doing different, like slightly different. You see what I'm saying?
The multiverse.
Exactly. So I don't believe that any of them are attached or connected to each other. I think they just they branch out like a tree. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, they all have the same base, but it's all branched out, like to the point where it's just like, I don't know, it's just all different, you know? There's different leaves.
Yo, they got something like that in Rick and Morty. Like they got like all these multiple different Ricks.
Yeah, I believe that. I believe that.
Different dimensions.
Timelines and dimensions and shit. I believe that. That's why I don't believe it's just one predicted.
They were disrupting.
Yeah, the different ones. Yeah, I think that's some true shit to it too. Like, you're not supposed to disrupt time because you might. What do y'all think about the Mandela effect? Do y'all think that shit has some truth to it? Do you think that certain things were changed and then they hit the particle accelerator and changed shit? They said Mandela was dead already before he left prison, and then he got out, and then they said he died in 1981 or some shit like that. It was like, yo, You're just changing history and shit. I do remember Fruit of the Loom having the cornucopia shit, the basket, and yeah, I remember that. And then they said that they never had that shit.
Yo,
I'm like, the fuck?
you remember that?
I
You remember that?
Yeah,
Fruit of the
they
Loom
said
had
they
the little
didn't
basket.
Little
have
basket shit. They said they never
Like
had a
Berenstain
basket.
Bears.
Yeah, Berenstain. Yeah. I was like, who
They
is
said
Berenstain?
Berenstain Bears didn't happen too.
No,
They
it
said
was
it's the
spelled-
Berenstain
it
Bears
was
or
spelled a
some shit
different
like
way.
that. Yeah. I was like, I do remember Berenstain Bears. I thought it was the Berenstain Bears and it's the
That's
Berenstain
crazy.
Bears or something.
If you go in your house and you find that book,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
you gotta
yo,
find it.
I
You gotta
love
find
the
it.
Berenstain Bears. They always had a bunch of different ones.
They did. That shit was fire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They got a whole bunch of
And
them.
Little Bear on Nickelodeon.
Interesting. Yeah, he used to be cool with a cat, a chicken. The cat's name was Cat. The chicken's name was Chicken. I was like, yeah, I fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? He didn't try to confuse you.
The cartoons was better before.
Yeah, it was because they teach you, and it was like wholesome. They don't got no. They're all on crack now.
Right.
All the cartoons is on crack now, yo. This shit crazy.
They definitely be some high shit. These cartoons. But what do you think about this? Gorilla says, I think every woman should be entitled to 4 niggas a piece, in my opinion. I don't know, maybe it's just me.
Yeah, maybe it's just her. It's just her. That's my opinion.
4 niggas?
She
This is
tripping.
her. She tripping out. She just trying to promote.
She said 4 dudes.
She trying to promote some type
Not
of
even
hedonistic.
Not even a extra one.
She trying to promote some hedonistic train.
And why
ran
you
on
trying
her.
to put that on everybody? Because that's what you want.
Exactly.
So say that about yourself.
Exactly.
Don't say what every woman should.
Simple as that. That's how I feel about this.
Women love Glorilla, man.
You know what I mean? She was growing on me. I was like, y'all like her, she
some of
cool,
songs,
but that's dumb. I don't like when
agree with
women.
what she said.
I don't like when women say dumb shit. I don't like that shit because it make me feel like you dumb in real life. And then
She said it was 98 degrees. She ain't got no.
But that wasn't.
Her nigga
She
ain't
just
got
did a song with T-Pain.
I like
that shit kind of hot.
I like her music because she got a bounce and she could ride the beat.
Didn't she make a song called F Her Baby Daddy?
No, that was Sexy Red.
No, she made fuck.
Nah, she
fuck
got some
nigga
hits.
Free. She said I'm fuck
F-R-E-E.
Like I'm fuck nigga free.
Yeah, she do. I mean, shit. You want to be away from some fuck niggas.
That was a
I ain't
banger.
no fuck nigga, so I'm cool with
banger.
that song.
Yeah,
I can
but
fuck
I
with that
didn't.
song.
I didn't like it.
I mean,
I want to be. It was a ratchet.
I want to be away from ratchet.
I like
ratchet
Tomorrow
bitch free.
too, with her and Cardi.
I'm toxic bitch free.
That and I don't know. I like that song that just came out with her and T-Pain.
She got a bunch of joints. She could she could make good songs. I give that to her.
I'm saying what
I like her better than Megan.
You like her better than Meg Thee Stallion?
I think she just
I don't listen
make
to none
better
of them
songs.
like that. Like the songs that I hear because it's like popular or just pops up if I happen to hear it. Because I don't listen to the radio, but sometime on YouTube.
I just think
Spotify.
Megan is more appealing to me.
Like
than Glow.
Her looks are
Looks-wise.
Yeah, of course. What about her music?
Megan's kind of talented a little bit.
Okay. You don't think Glow is?
I like
She make
listen to none of them like that.
She make music that is like probably got like energy, but is she really saying something crazy?
No.
You think Meg's saying something crazy?
I think she's tried to be a little lyrical in her shit. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah. I mean, she did have a line about Nicki.
She had made a song that was like a Biggie type of song. She was an old Biggie beat and made some song.
Yeah, I didn't really.
Was kind of straight.
I don't really like when
Probably
females be like.
She's the best out of them.
When females be trying to sound like Nicki.
Lyrically, right, like. I don't
Yeah,
know
lyrically,
who I would say.
she probably is better. I just feel like Lo make better songs though. Like, just
yeah,
the
songs.
bounce.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She
Like,
got that energy.
I rather bounce to the Friday. Thank God It's Friday song than fucking WAP.
I mean, you should.
or I don't even know her other song. What her other songs?
That WAP is definitely not relatable to us. It's really.
I mean, it is. We want some wet ass pussy.
We don't want to sing about it.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
say,
For sure.
I ain't clean and I got a ring.
Yeah, that shit definitely is crazy as fuck. We don't support that at all.
And then Safari made a remix.
Of course he did.
B.A.D.
Oh, okay.
He emotionally aware.
Is he?
I don't know.
Nigga be fucking with them toxic girls, though. Any chick, I seen that fucking chair go on that fence. I'm like,
oh yeah, this chick
yo,
put up a ladder.
She is wildin', yo. That's crazy.
How you put up a ladder?
Got caught. Got caught red-handed. Like, yo, you been talking cash shit about this man and him being a deadbeat and all this other shit, and you got a fucking fence. Yeah.
She was like, I don't know.
That's crazy as fuck. Trying to get in on some wild shit.
Like a movie.
It is a movie.
What if this a whole skit?
It might be.
It
might be. That shit might be fake. That shit might be fake, yo. And it might be as rigged as the Mike Tyson shit. It's all a script, yo. All of this shit is a script, man. Yeah, but about to be that time, bro.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for tuning in for another episode of Get Lifted. Hit the like button on your way out and don't forget to share and subscribe. And hit the notification bell so you're notified the next time we post or go live.
Yo, you get good at this shit. I be fumbling when I try to say all that shit. Like, I be like, oh.
You should run for president.
Yo, she got a good. She got a good speaker voice.
2028, La Hefa for president.
You heard? I'll vote for you.
I don't want to do that.
I feel
that's a huge responsibility.
I wouldn't want you to be getting shot at like how Trump got shot at and shit. And especially if you stand for good, they're gonna try to shoot at you.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be like, we need universal health care. Take these chemicals out the food.
Yeah, exactly.
Take away these vaccinations.
They're gonna be like, what? Oh no!
Like, I wash my cabbage in the washing machine.
No. No Kamala.
No,
what I say?
It's hilarious. I was just listening to your song.
F. Kamala Harris.
I was just listening to that shit. Yeah.
Hey, I think Trump could really make America great again. We shall see.
Yeah, he got 4 years to let us know. Shit, wow.
Look at Erika and the daughter.
That's her? Oh,
she's gorgeous.
She is gorgeous.
But the pretty women be crazy. Yeah. I be learning that, like, when they be pretty, they be crazy.
They be nuts, bro.
When that vein pop out, that's
she hit that Vegeta vein.
Yo, that really is Vegeta do be having that vein in his forehead, bro.
She the princess of all Saiyans.
Yo.
She turned up. When she turned up, it's over,
that's
nigga.
Crazy. She the princess of all Saiyans.
I'm telling you, nigga.
Oh, that's wild.
And that nigga Safari is Bulma.
Yo.
He's who?
Bulma.
Bulma.
Yo, that's funny as fuck. That's gender switch for your ass.
Yeah.
That shit crazy.
Alright, we definitely appreciate y'all, man. It's Get Lifted 30th and 20. It's your boy Smiley and my man
CrisxmasOnDemand
and our co-host.
We already said that.
Yeah, that's right.
We said it bad times.
How you just press it? Hit the like button.
Motherfucker.
And then hit exit, the second option.